Well, first off, introduce yourself. I've never met you. I'm Jeremy.
I am Harry D.
Harry D. Nice to meet you.
I've been on the screen before.
I was going to say yes. I've seen you on the screen before.
Harry D. Yes. Nice to meet you guys.
Gosh.
Nice to officially meet you too.
Hi, Gamer Snowflake. Okay, so you are the ward. Somebody summarize the day. Chris, or do you want Harry D to summarize the day?
Well, I don't even know how to begin, honestly. Why don't you just take us through the journey of your championship run? Maybe that's a good idea to start here.
Well, yeah, we can totally start.
How close can I zoom in here?
Yeah, you're gonna see it all. It's all coming in fast. Watch out. Hi. Okay. Yeah, to start off, it was pretty good. We had, obviously there was the 20 people who showed up. I started with a bye, so because I was top 4, the top 4 players got to have a bye.
Cool.
So I actually got to sit around and watch everybody else play their first
Ooh,
matches. So
a little intel there,
yeah. Got to stake it out.
I have spoken.
Yeah. And so basically we moved on, and we got to the next round, and I got to play Raven X. He won his match, and so he got the luxury of having to go against me. I run Elkanost. I don't know if you played a little bit of Ward.
We played some Ward, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Harry's like, no, I haven't played Ward at all. It's okay.
Played a little bit.
Okay, but anyway, Elkanost.
Kara has a time dragon, and I have a creator.
Yeah,
Not
you guys
that
have
matters.
the coolest cards in the game, but so you definitely need to start playing it more. I'll just say that much. I'll take a time dragon. I didn't come in right at the beginning, so I came in for Generation 2. So
no way.
Yeah,
okay.
So I'm a little newer to the game, but happy to be at the tournaments. Like I said, these Ward staff, they do a great job.
They do, yeah.
But yeah, so I played Raven X. I played Elkanost, like I said. So basically, I can run down in my deck a little bit. It's like birds. The Elkanost, they basically bring out more birds, and those birds swarm your enemy, and basically you're just trying to beat them with numbers. And
I love it.
Oh yeah,
You big Star Wars fan?
I've listed.
Okay.
Yeah, until the new trilogy, I apologize.
Big TIE fighter.
Oh yeah.
Thing there.
Hey,
I forgot to tell you before the stream, Jeremy, just because the awkward angle, just look at the monitor when you're talking to him instead of turn to face him.
I'll do that.
It'll look
Jeremy,
more natural
whatever
to people than
you-
having you
Jeremy.
praying around. So
Got it.
It's gonna feel weird, but yeah.
Jeremy, do whatever you gotta
I feel like a dad, and I'm looking in the rearview mirror now. You be good back there.
I feel like I'm sitting in the back seat of the car.
You're in Jeremy's ship.
Yeah.
You're his passenger.
Harry D, I will turn this podcast around.
Talking about TIE fighters, I'm like the little back pilot that's not doing much, like trying to shoot people or something.
That's great.
But yeah, beat Raven X, and then we moved on. I played Adam V. He had Steam Deck, which is basically a deck that doesn't really let you interact with his creatures. Steam, they basically have effects that make it so no magic, none of that stuff can work on them. So kind of had to change up the playstyle a little bit, but pulled out the win. And then slowly moved forward, and then got to the finals. Played Tyler. He was quite an opponent. I mean, he was ranked number 1, so obviously he knows what he's doing. But he also came in around the same time I did, so he was Gen 2 as well. So we had to do a lot of catching up to kind of figure out how to play the game, how to get it to the level we're at now. But obviously now we're kind of showcasing the tournament. So yeah, no, it was a fun turnout for you.
Heck yeah.
That is so cool. Lift up your trophy and show us
I love
your
lifting
trophy.
up the trophy. You guys look at that trophy. Put it in front. I know. I love it.
I love the blue a lot. That's really pretty. And then I see a card in there. What's the card?
Oh, this is the infamous Ward Bowl champion card.
This is like one of one. Do you want to droid cam that, Jeremy?
I was going to say.
Droid cam it.
All right, here we go. You hold it. I'll pull out droid cam here.
Do I need to hold it face like this and then you
We'll get her. We'll get her.
her.
Pull her up.
David, do you want to
we go.
link Ward in here so GTR Dad can take a peek at it and see, because he's wondering what Ward is.
All right, so read that rules text there, Jeremy.
At any point during the game, play this card to the field. You then must shout, "I am the Ward Bowl champion, and you are a low-class warlord." Your opponent may forfeit the game at this time.
Totally a Jeremy card, for sure. Totally a Jeremy.
That's amazing. That's
That was a
amazing.
very good read, Jeremy.
Thank you very much.
That's fantastic.
That's super cool.
And that's one of one.
Is it really?
One of one.
One of one.
Is this
The only way to get it is to be him.
so? Was this cover all of 2025 then? Will there be another Ward Bowl, but it'll be 2026, or is there going to be another Ward Bowl this year?
That's a good question. I think we'll save that for the Ward fellas.
Yeah. We'll get there for
cool.
the Ward fellas.
Cool.
So you jumped in on Gen 2, huh?
I did. Yeah.
So what intrigued you about the game? Why'd you get into it?
To be honest, we went to a con and we were actually at a Magic tournament. And we were doing Magic draft. Don't worry, now we're all Ward. Magic is in the rear view. He's back here with the pilot. But no, so we were finishing a Magic tournament, and one of my buddies, Tyler, actually the guy who, like I said, he got rank 1. I beat him in the tournament. We're pretty good friends, and he was like, "Hey, I see this booth. They're playing another card game." I was like, "I don't know. I don't know if I have enough time for another card game." We just started doing Magic, So he had to talk me into it, and then he went and bought a couple starter packs from the Ward guys, and he was like, "Oh no, it's really cool. Like they have a really cool theme. I really like it." And so he brought the Ward packs over to my house, and we have a little game night. And he was like, "All right, let's play this." So we all just cracked a pack and played, and
sick.
That's kind of the rest is history. But yeah,
that's what's fun about the original 30 packs. So our introduction with Ward is they were just, pretty close to the beginning, right? I think so. Yeah. And they sat down with us and they played a game before they came on the show. And Kara and I are like, this is really fun. And I like the 30 pack because you crack it and play. You could crack it and play theoretically.
It's such a great way to introduce somebody to a game. It's like you just buy this and you can play.
Yeah,
it's like the barrier is non-existent.
Yep. Yep. So it's been really fun watching these guys grow and everything change over the.
I have a quick question, Jeremy.
Yeah.
What was your favorite creature when you opened it? Like, did you remember any of the creatures that you were like?
Oh well, no, Dad Bod Croc.
Dad Bod Croc. There we go.
I still want that card. I still want Dad Bod Croc.
We did some giveaways for the original art packs from one of the times Ward was on. And I think it was Darth Gallum has a Dad Bod Croc. Didn't he crack one from a pack we sent him?
I think you're right.
I really think he does.
Didn't he get a creator too?
Yes, he did. He did get a creator.
Yeah, he got a decent deck.
All I know is he beats me every time in the little battle. I always get a little rat-a-tat. I'm like, please, any other Pokemon? And then, he always kills me off. And I'm like, no, go for the little healing, please.
Darth Gallum is ruthless.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's never in the chat when they're at like, Darth Gallum, get back in here.
I know.
He's like a white-tailed deer. If you don't talk about Star Wars, he scares him off. So, and then when you do start talking about Star Wars, then he pokes up. It's like deer in the headlights. There he is. We got him trapped, and he's sticking around. I'm trying to think of some other. We have a lot. I almost have a full set of Gen 1 Ward cards. I'm trying to think of my other favorites.
A little jealous. I don't have the legacy, so might have to come talk to you in a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we have a bunch. Chris, what's your favorite card from?
Oh my goodness, you're putting me on the spot. I can't like the. I really like the way that the Magic cards work. So there's the one that gives like +2 to like everything. It's like crazy OP.
Yeah.
Sword.
I like Flame of the Infinite. Is that maybe it buffs up just about everything, and then
I believe it
does it for all the creatures, but it's a really big flame. Maybe not.
No. I think you're right. I think that's
that's one of my cards was in my deck. It's the Flame of the Infinite. It buffs up all your creatures, and like I said, with all those birds, you buff them all up, so they all get really strong and big ladies.
Nice. So, any words of advice to people who want to learn how to take down the champ next time there's a tournament?
Become my practice partner would be the best thing you can do. Because if you're playing against me, a lot of us, like I said, Tyler got us into it. He's really into it. We have a couple other friends. I started a whole podcast. Here, can I stand up?
Oh, of course you can.
If you can see, I'm also a podcaster with these lovely people. Yeah, so I made worldwide broadcast, WWB.
That's great.
Nice.
How do you do tell us about your podcast?
Not as cool as you guys got the whole works. Like I'm inspired to get to this level. Everyone got to see what you guys are doing back here. Yeah,
it's lunacy. It's lunacy. Yeah. It is absolutely crazy. Really quick, tell us about your podcast then.
Oh yeah. So basically, after we started playing Ward, I kind of told myself, I was like, hey, I really want to get, in my next hobby I want to get deep into it. And I was like, okay. So I had a couple buddies. For my job, we drive. I'm a delivery person, so it's
nice.
Like, we talk a lot on the phone. We, we got AirPod in. You're like, oh yeah, let's talk. So we're all chatting and stuff, and we talk so long to each other through, doing it about Ward that it was like, hey, why don't we just make a podcast and like talk
Heck
about
yeah.
it and let other people, basically get to sit in on our conversations. And so that's kind of how WWB was formed. And like I said, I got me, Tyler, the ranked 1, and then Billy, he was the ranked number 2. He's from the city, so it's a little bit harder to get us all in one place. But
Yeah.
In
like
there.
you said,
Yep.
I'm sure you guys know all about it. But anyway, so then we started the podcast, and we basically just since we've been doing every week. We just do usually it's like Thursdays or Fridays we'll release the video, and just like an hour, and we just kind of talk about, like I said, our thoughts and try to do little fun things, to help people understand the game, like you were saying. It's like just a good way to kind of get that information out there, because I don't think right now there's like another, media that is.
I was just about to say.
We kind of took that space, but hopefully more people, when they come in, they'll be kind of, doing the same thing.
Yeah, they'll understand the strategy a bit better, the underlying thoughts that go into making the plays and everything. I think that's awesome. That's really cool.
This is to the ward guys. I know they're back there in the shadowy smoke.
People are guessing where you drive for. Rooster says yes, FedEx. Gwen said Schwann's doesn't exist anymore, Gwen.
They're gone.
They're gone.
That's like saying you deliver the Pony Express, Gwen. Jeez.
Schwann's was for rich families when I was a kid.
Yeah, Rooster, yeah. No, that's exactly it. Like the delivery frozen food back in the 90s, like you were the bourgeoisie.
I lived that way out in the sticks, and the Schwann truck would show up, and I was like, no one else shows up out here. I was like, what is this random truck? Like, I asked my mom, she's just like, oh yeah, like we just get frozen treats from here. I was like, okay, let's get some frozen treats. Like,
if the Schwann's people showed up at our house, my mom would be like, everybody duck and hide, like we're not home.
So that's why you started the podcast. Job got deleted. He had to make money somehow.
There you go.
But I was going to say to them.
Apparently there's a Schwann still in Evelyn.
Cool.
No. Well, they haven't got the memo yet. You haven't delivered it in the Pony Express. Once they figure out that they're close, it's like there's that Japanese soldier that stayed like fighting for 70 years because he never knew the war ended.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Schwann's is
Can
doing
you
in
imagine
Evelyn.
if that was your life?
I can't.
I feel like they were ahead of the game, to be honest. Like, in my opinion, it's like now there's all these other food companies and things that are like, delivering right to your door.
Hello Fresh.
They literally were ahead of the curve.
But like you said, I am surprised that they're kind of dying out. You think that because of having the name, they would have been able to stick around. And
Cam is pegging you as a UPS driver. Do you want to dox yourself and give away your profession, or are we going to keep it a mystery?
I mean, like I said, delivery driver. I mean, we could say, like I deliver packages. There you go. That's all it is.
That's just as much intrigue.
All right.
Gwen says Candy Graham.
There you go.
There's so much.
Let them figure it out. They'll make a way better cool fantasy.
I was
That's
gonna say
exactly like
they can do it all themselves.
the imagination is more powerful than
I
any
love
my
it, for
gosh.
sure.
Oh my gosh.
So I was going to say to the ward guys, you've made it when somebody makes a podcast of your material.
That's what I was saying.
Where's the rise of the podcast?
I know. Exactly.
I honestly, when I heard about you guys, I didn't realize how much like you covered. I was like, that is a big area. Like you cover like basically all fantasy, and I was like, that is a lot.
It's like nerd culture in general. I think it's pretty good.
I'll know we've made it when somebody goes to a con dressed up as me. That's what I know.
Yeah, I might join you there. Don't
All
worry.
they need is a ball cap and glasses. That's it.
We'll be there in a couple.
Well, somebody cosplayed as Steve at TeamCon.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was like, don't rule it out.
Oh no, Gwen's gonna cosplay as you.
Oh no.
Yes, Gwen.
Oh, Gamer Snowflake is a FedExer.
Oh, heck
That's what
yeah.
Rooster said.
So, can you tell
Team
me?
FedEx, are we going to start a brawl? Is this a Sharks and Jets kind of thing? Do people know who the Sharks and Jets are anymore?
Wait. I have to.
Yeah, West
Kara
Side
does.
Story.
Okay.
I have to
Yeah.
dispute this. Sorry, FedEx. We're no one's enemies. If you think about it, they take work from us too. So we all take on work together, and we all have to deliver the same stuff every day. So like, I love all the FedEx guys. I'm like, hey, thank you for not making me have to deliver that. I respect that a lot. So I know we have to act like we all don't like each other, but just know you guys all got it on the podcast now. We actually are all friends.
All right,
I
excellent.
have never got to interview or talk to a delivery person.
Oh,
And
Jeremy.
police officers have good stories.
Oh, they do.
Mechanics have good stories because, there's like those jobs that you get and you just can't. Like, we found sugar in someone's gas tank at this mechanic job. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. It's a really cool, long story. Do you have like packages that you're just like, you see and you're just like, I don't want to deliver that. Like they're really heavy or they're leaking. You've got to have something that sticks out in your mind.
Oh, there's tons. Well, the problem is that we have there's a weight restriction of how much you can lift, but it's 120 pounds.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
And a lot of the boxes, you get, they say, oh, you need a team lift. And, and like the thing about it is they're like, well, your cart that you have is your teammate. So it's like, okay, well, cool. But my teammate doesn't go upstairs.
Yeah, your slogan here.
So
you're really the Army of one is what it boils down to. You use their slogan. Gamer Snowflake says Chewy sucks. So
all pet supplies weigh.
I was just about to say, like, I hate carrying kitty litter in from the store, and I was like, do people probably get that shipped? The thought has crossed my mind, but I couldn't do it to another person. Make them deliver my kitty litter.
So, my mom does it.
Can you imagine if you only delivered kitty litter? Like how buff you would be? You'd be ripped, man.
But
that's hilarious.
The strangest thing I think I ever did have to deliver during COVID, they were actually allowing live pets and insects. Yeah, so we were having crickets and a bunch of. I'm not gonna lie, there was times bees and stuff. I was like, what if I'm allergic to bees? I probably shouldn't be touching these. But eventually they were like, we're not taking any more of that stuff. So I was like, okay, thank you.
I'm glad that they made that choice.
Yeah,
that's
obviously I get COVID. It was a very stressful time, and it's we wanted people to get their things. But yeah, there's a limit. I was like, I don't want to do with insects and bugs and snakes.
That's mind blowing. Somebody Chewy ordering
Andy Adams.
Yes.
Sorry, I took over this podcast.
No. This is
maybe we need to get back to war. You guys
the Warren guys back there are like,
Yeah, I know. I want to promote them, so I'm sorry. I'll rein you all back in. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we had a great conversation, but we probably should move on to the Ward fellas.
One of these days you can get me on for just a delivery podcast.
We'll have to do that.
You're welcome back anytime. This is hilarious.
And then we can talk about how they would deliver in Star Wars.
Oh my gosh. We can ask Grandpa how was delivering back in his day.
There's some things for Star Wars that you have to get signatures and because their cost just so much. They require you to be like, hey, you need to be home, and if you're not home, and people will sometimes write crazy notes in there for it's make sure you do this and this, and I need to get this, and you're like, yeah, I get it.
You must be wearing an authentic 501st approved clone set of armor when you're delivering this.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is on podcast stories, human experience is like currency.
Oh.
You trade it, you tell it. It's a blast to pick it. And I can't imagine some of the stuff that you've seen, or even if you're driving all the time, the idiots you see on the road.
Yeah,
oh my gosh! Do you know how to zipper merge?
Yes, but
please don't tell me you hang out in the right lane until forever.
We don't need to talk about traffic. There's a reason they call it road rage, and you just need to avoid the road rage. I know.
Our child is going to be the worst.
Oh no,
because we have road rage.
The Callisto apparently has terrible Vermont-based internet. I mean, their maple syrup is great. Their internet connection is terrible, apparently. So
unbelievable.
SMR says we never stay on topic.
Well, here's
He's sitting over there stay on topic.
Yeah, but it looks like they enjoy it. They're all still watching, so just keep going off topic. We'll just keep it rolling.
We do have what can I spell it right? We do have this. So.
Oh yeah, we have a tangent time. It's normal.
It's okay. I was waiting for the lights to shut off and stuff. I'm already prepared for what might happen here.
The graphic pull is very tame compared to some of the stuff.
Back to so here's what I'm going to do for you. I'll go through some of my old Gen 1 stuff and I'll pull out my duplicates. I'm willing to part with at a very reasonable, maybe even free. We'll see.
Whoa,
dang, Jeremy!
All right,
well, it's fun. Why?
My time dragon is not up for grabs.
Well, no, because it's not a duplicate.
That's what all the ladies say.
If we had 2 time dragons, we'd be doing this podcast from a yacht.
Hey, Mick Callisto took my suggestion. He went to Uncle Louie's.
Nice.
Hey, good job.
Hey, I'm glad you liked it.
I thought Darth Gallon was going to chime in with his dad bod croc.
I don't think Darth Gallon trusts us to talk about Star Wars anymore.
Well, we're
going to. I will show actual proof. We are going to talk about Star Wars today.
I'm not as in depth with the knowledge as you guys, but I'll try my best to jump in on it.
As you can see, we have lots of Star Wars features to talk about coming up on the show. But we should get the Ward fellas in because, as you can see, we're sort of teasing that we're going to talk a little bit about Ward Gen 3 as well as a bunch of other Ward stuff. So if we want to do the quick chair shuffle and get whoever wants to talk.
Musical
first.
chairs.
Am I hopping out? Wow.
Yeah,
Do you
thank you
have-
so much for
Nice to see you,
joining
buddy.
us.
And we will have you back.
We're trying to keep it moving.
Oh, I get it. But hey, thank you guys for having me.
Hey, congratulations again, and thank you for being such a gracious guest.
Yeah, and if you ever want a guest on your podcast,
I would love to have you guys on my podcast. You're zany and all. I would love that for sure.
Just know you would not be talking about Ward because
We won't talk about literally anything but the thing we're supposed to talk
That's
about.
okay.
That's all I am.
We're already doing it here, so
Yeah.
I've got practice. But all right, I'll let them do
All
that.
right.
Guys.
All right.
Nice
Sounds
to meet
good.
Real
everybody.
quick before you take off, there is one other traditional thing that needs to be done while
oh
you're
yeah,
sitting there.
hide your trophy, hide your wife.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no. I was behind you guys for this. I'm behind you. Yeah, all right. I'm taking it. To the team, to the face.
That's a rite of passage. Now you can say
I
you've
love it.
been
Yep.
nerfed on
You got
Rise
me
of
right in the
Podcast.
mouth, too.
We need to make you
Oh
run
my
a
gosh.
t-shirt. Kara,
You'll learn
I've
to
been
go like
shot in
this
the eye.
eventually.
new embroidery project. I was shot on Rise of the Podcast, so we can give out shirts to people who come
little
on the show.
patches.
Or patches. There you go.
I love it.
Well,
No,
I just came up with the
If you come back, I will have a patch that says I was shot on Rise of the Podcast.
with like Nerf font and balls flying.
Can you also get I'm a ward champion too on the patch? I need that as well.
Yeah, we can do commissions. We can do that.
All right.
We can?
I'm taking up all the time. No. Let's get these ward guys. I really want
get
them to
these
promote
ward
their
guys.
stuff because I'm excited to hear this part too. So I'm gonna go join the crowd back there.
All right.
But watch out for my big trophy.
That's what
He
she
says
said.
that to all the ladies.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's great.
Sneak out of here.
SMR says Darth Gallum is a man of culture. Is that why he doesn't hang out with us anymore? Are we not cultured enough for him?
That's actually pretty tempting. The patch could say ROTP shot first.
Yes.
Oh, I like
Cam's
that.
ankle.
I
Yes.
like that too.
I love that.
Little kid seat.
We can get a smaller one. You need a booster seat?
I was actually just gonna say I need a booster seat.
There's a pillow you can sit on over there.
What is going on? It's good to have you back.
Back again. Yep.
Back again.
There we go.
So, I think last time you guys had just kind of started Gen 2. Why does it say Gen 3 on the screen?
Because we've been in the process of working on Gen 3.
Get out of here.
So last weekend we did our first Gen 3 testing. It was fun. It was good. It was not as much of a mess as Gen 2 was when we started testing that. Gen 2 was a big mess. Gen 3 is a little bit more clean even right off the bat, but there's a lot of work to do with it still.
Okay.
Well, so just to recap for everybody, Gen 1 came
Yes.
out. We had you on the show. You guys have then since switched the, not artwork, but like layout of the card
Yeah, actually both.
Good chat.
for
Yep.
Gen 2. Then
Yep.
you went back and redid Gen 1 cards with the new format. Is that correct?
I'm going to interrupt Jeremy
guys done
really
that?
quick. Hi, Chippers. I love you, baby.
Oh, my mom's here and Chip
Well,
is watching.
and Jeremy needs to say the same thing for Duluth Fly.
Hi, Duluth Fly. Hi. See you in a little bit.
Gwen says hi, Joey.
Hi, Gwen.
All right, I am so sorry. I have to say hello to my child.
That's okay. Well, I'll say hi to mine too.
People
They're
are
not
begging for
watching,
Gen 3 spoilers. I don't know how.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
You
Sorry,
gotta warm up the oven
Jeremy's
before
laying-
you
into it.
put the turkey in.
Jeremy's laying some foundation. My apologies. Go
I
ahead.
like laying some foundation. So did you go back and redo Gen 1 with the new stuff?
We did, yep. We went
That's
back
what I
through,
thought.
Yep, we went back through Gen 1 with Fabricio Vayner's the artist
Yep.
instead of Mark Evans, and they're on the new card style as well. A little bit of balancing as well. Probably could use a little bit more balancing, but it works much better than the original generation that release did. The original release was a fun mess. Is the best way to put it. It was a blast to play, but it was a mess and needed a little bit of cleaning up. So now we just go ahead.
No,
Sorry,
so
Jeremy.
so that's where I've been paying attention because you guys nail your social media game and you always have. I think it's
Stop.
one of your strong suits. It is because you're relevant. You don't fall off my radar. I don't have to seek you out to learn about you guys. You pop up and then I don't know. I love.
Thank Mark Zuckerberg for that one.
Oh
Meta
yeah.
ads.
Well, it works, and I keep up. So that's why I the Gen 1 re-release. And so what do we have on the screen here now?
All right, so this looks like this is our Gen 1 Edition 2.
Yeah.
This is all the Fabricio Vayner art and the new style. This is the current version of everything that it's playing. And you can see we kind of went more with that comic book look to it, but with the fantasy style, demons, knights, dragons.
Is Harry D still
You
here?
better watch out. This guy looks a lot like Buzzwole.
Yeah, the Kara's gonna get going. No, Dark Lord was another one of my. I love Dark Lord in Gen 1.
Yeah, there he is right there. Yep.
I learned how to
Wait.
use a mouse. Geesh.
Gwen, there's a ban list on your site for OP cards.
Yeah, so your time dragon's on it.
Your time dragon's been on it.
How dare you?
It's been on it. It was like they made the card and immediately was like
That's been
on the ban list.
Yeah, it made it through a couple tournaments.
Limited and banned. Oh
Yeah,
my
there
gosh.
it is. There's a lot in Gen 1.
Epic Loot, I feel I have one of those.
So those are limited. The only ban card is Time Dragon from Gen 1.
Kara.
Yeah.
How could you ban Irresistible Love?
Not banned. She's just limited to 1 per deck.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
How could you? Okay.
So, yeah, that big list there, that's all just 1 per deck. And then right under that, Irresistible Love, that's Gen 2's 1 per deck, which we did way better in Gen 2. We didn't need a whole lot of limiting in that one. But then Gen 1, yeah, Time Dragon is no-go.
My poor baby.
You're so funny. Huh? You need to lock that sucker up.
I mean, it's only banned in tournaments.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can use it anytime you want.
Okay.
Yeah, just not in official tournaments. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So
Fine.
Go back to the card list. I just want to finish scrolling through
Okay.
Gen 1. I really do. There's some good memories there for me. Of all my favorite cards. That's not Gen 1.
Just it's coming.
Go to Epic Loot. I want to see Epic Loot in Gen 1, the new art, first of all. Make sure I'm thinking of the right card. It's in alphabetical order, Chris.
The Dragon Wing is adorable.
The font is
There it
tiny.
Yeah, Epic Loot, 100%. That's, yeah. I have some of the first edition arts of those.
Epic Loot's a very good card.
Well, I cracked it and I'm like, ho, 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 ho.
That's a very, very good card.
Oh, Dragon Fox up there.
Dragon Fox, yep. That's another fan favorite. That's for sure.
Eternal Dragon's dope.
One of my favorites is the Evolved Dino, because that outfit is just, I don't know what happened. It's like he fell out of the 80s. Dinosaur went back in time to the 80s and
He's gonna go to the disco.
just walked into the first store and put on whatever.
Yeah, he saw the Devo outfit and he's
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new Frogman art. Frogman art for the first one was I loved the art on Frogman.
Yeah, so this is Fabricio went through and redid all of these. All 150.
Dang.
Yep. And it took a while, but that guy's a workhorse. So, but we give him the time to do it too. And the process is we'll send him the original test images.
Yeah.
And then he will send us back the pencil. And then we have to approve the pencil. And if there's anything we don't like about it, catching it at the pencil level is the easiest to do because he just erases it and redraws it.
That's cool.
And then after that, he moves into line art, which is basically the ink. And then the final version is color and shading.
So I
Crazy.
saw in Limited, you can only have one Holy Water. Is that correct? Or
No,
is it
you
a
can have
different-
as many of those as you want. You can
It's
have
a
your
different Holy card. Holy Light.
Holy Light, yeah.
Holy Light's the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, return any card from your cemetery. I can see how that would be
Yeah,
really
that's a pretty
powerful.
good one. That's kind of a standard for decks.
Yeah, because that lets you regain your graveyard
you
total.
Gotta,
I like the Kraken
100 HP
art.
monster in there. Like, nope.
Kraken is another
just-
fan favorite. People really like
Yeah,
him.
it's very appealing. The colors and
Yep.
stuff like that. Yeah.
We used him as the art for one of our boxes.
Nice.
Yep, because we liked it so much.
The hammer. It looks like a hammerhead chest.
Yeah.
The mimic.
So that's an interesting one. So it was a mimic chest, which everybody kind of knows what a mimic chest looks
Yeah.
like. It's like a treasure chest with big teeth. But
Yeah.
Fabricio puts his
that
own
check.
flair on these a lot of times, and he decided to make it like a hammerhead shark chest, and it's
That's
kind of
amazing.
cool actually.
Yeah.
Chip's favorite emote is me eating pizza.
I mean, everybody's favorite emote. We learned this, Jeremy. And that Jeremy eating pizza emote is like the #1 used.
Yes! Surprise from the Deep looks gorgeous.
Yes, that's a good one.
It looks great, but dad bod crack, man. Dad bod
Yeah,
crack.
the werecroc looks
Oh, the
quite
werecroc, that's what it
different.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the heroine is.
Whoa, the creator looks crazy now.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool one.
We don't have that art?
No, I have the original art.
There's the werecroc down there.
He
That
looks-
bright green
Oh my
guy.
gosh, he looks so
he had a
different.
midlife crisis and got ripped.
Yeah, he was like, he went through a divorce, and instead of like letting himself go, he's like, I'm gonna rip for the ladies.
Yeah, he was.
I'm gonna make her so mad she left me behind.
Yeah, yep.
He spends a lot of time talking to the undead
Oh,
dragon.
my sister has a card.
Oh my gosh,
Brutal.
click on that card because there's some. My wife hates this card
Don't like it.
because there is a child's hand in that stew that she's eating.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like this card either.
Like it.
A little edgy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Wicked women that study the dark arcane arts. They kidnap men, beasts, and even children, sacrificing them to the old god in hopes of gaining his favor.
If there was a man hand in there, whatever.
It could
A
be a tiny
child?
man hand.
There we go.
That's Donald Trump's hand for sure.
Carrot, just picture that's me talking about your lack of grilling skills.
If people at home can hear the woman yelling in the background, that is my wife yelling at us.
That was Kara last week
And-
after I called her out on smoking.
It's human veal, people. It's just human veal. Good place.
Okay, well, I'm against the idea of eating veal. Like, come on.
You have had veal. The Mundies cooked it for you or whatever.
It's the
That's
picture,
lamb.
It's a picture we just show
What's
our kids when we
veal?
go to
Cow,
bed.
baby cow?
Yeah.
That's right.
I guarantee you in your hamburger pursuits, you've had veal.
Yeah, so that's all the Gen 1 stuff that was redone. And as of right now, we are going into Generation 3. Like I said, we're doing play testing on it. I think we already revealed it, Tom, so I can probably talk a little bit more about it. Yeah? Nay? Okay, he's giving me a thumbs up. So Gen 3 is called World of the Orcs, where Gen 2 was the Undead
Nice.
Invasion. World of the Orcs. World of the Orcs is kind of a play on Planet of the Apes
Yes.
from the 70s.
Cool.
Yes.
Heck
Yep.
yes.
Obviously, there's the new ones too, but we put a little lean into, obviously, orcs are a theme in it. So it's a little bit more grounded, orcs, knights, stuff like that. There's still a lot of the
Sick.
fun ward character to it, kind of goofy stuff as well. But yeah, it's definitely more grounded, and it's going to be fun.
So, ask him where I can buy a hat. I still want
Blue
one.
Fly wants to buy a ward hat.
One of these? Marty would be the guy to talk to for this stuff.
Morale patches.
Yep. This is actually just a morale patch. So if we want to get you patches, we're gonna get more of them. Yeah,
Got it.
we definitely need more.
Sick.
The store section of the website coming
Yeah.
soon. Don't
Okay.
take that as gospel. They did not tell me
So
that.
you're
That was
into
just me
play
saying
testing.
stuff.
How do you get from play testing to launch, and when can people start seeing more
Yeah,
about
so the process. Yeah, so launch we're planning on winter 2025, 2026. I would lean toward 2026, like January or so.
Got it.
So the part we're in the beginning. We just got all the play testing cards.
Okay.
Last weekend was the first time we had pulled them out, started playing, kind of getting a feel for how they work. The way we do play testing is essentially we make it so we all have to pick a card, and we can only have one of each card in the deck. And
Got
what
it.
that does for the initial play test is it forces you to play with as many cards as possible to see how they feel in the game.
Got it.
But then there's obviously the reality of using 3 of each in there as well, so we have to
Right.
think about that. And then things we have to think about too is how does this card interact with Gen 2 and Gen 1?
Right.
And then we also have to think about how does this work in the meta of the game. Meta means like basically when Harry was up here, they're playing meta ward. They're
Yep.
playing at its like highest level. But we also have to think about the base of ward. 2 people who just open it up and they've never played before. Does
Right.
this card work there as well?
That's unbelievable. Because the
There's a
problem
ton.
is, every single gen now, from Gen 2 moving forward,
Yeah.
there are going to be, it doesn't matter how much you play test, the second that hits the hands of the public, they will come up with combinations you did not think that.
Yeah, no,
they
that's
can.
the thing. That's the power of the public, right? They
Yep.
find like all the most absolutely busted combos.
Yep.
Like the second, it's like, how do we miss it? This is out for 9 seconds. They already broke it.
Well, and there's stuff even today at the Ward Bowl where we still see things that pop up that we just haven't seen yet. And maybe it wasn't something that was game breaking, but it was just a combo that we just have never seen that. And somebody's like, hey,
Unbelievable.
how do these interact together? And we kind of have to make an on-the-fly decision
that's crazy.
with a lot of these. And but most of that happens very rarely. For anybody playing at home, if you go buy a couple packs,
Yeah.
you're gonna figure it out right away.
Right.
It's very simple just to learn to play it. I'm talking like the highest level meta stuff where people are putting all sorts of twisted combos together.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's really cool.
So, but the rest of the process for Gen 3, as I discussed, what we did for testing. So the next part will be we will continue to do more internal testing, get as many edits and changes as we can, and then what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a closed event for only 150 club members. So those,
Ooh.
yeah, so those who have collected all 150 of any generation are officially on the 150 club, they'll get an invite to come and be the first ones, the public, to get their hands.
Is there a 150 for Gen 2?
Cool.
There's a 150 for Gen 1, Gen 2. There will be one for Gen 3.
Cool.
Yep. So anybody on those
Is
on those
Cam on the 150 list?
No, I don't think he has a time dragon.
Cam has got to be.
I was gonna say, I
He
know
has to be. If
He has to
hasn't-
be.
Cam, if you have all 150 and you're watching,
He's here. He's Gus Gus.
perfect. Gus, Cam.
He wants a Ward hat now.
I know. I've seen
Everybody
it.
wants a damn hat.
Joe's like, he spent enough. He deserves one.
I'll tell Cam right now. Cam, if you go through and you find that you have all 150, send us something in an email of a video or pictures of all the cards, and we will get you your 150 Club playmat, and we'll get you on the list. Because
Cool.
if you hit the 150 Club, you get a 150 Club playmat. Do we have one here? I could even. No, we don't. We don't right now.
I volunteer as tribute to help you organize your cards. For whatever reason, I love organizing cards.
She does.
It's very satisfying.
I'm very organized.
Oh, does he?
No
Yeah.
way. Well, you don't need Kara then.
Huge binder.
Fine.
When did you see Cam's card collection?
Last Frozen Force, not the
Last
one,
Frozen
the
Force?
before. He had a huge binder. And he
24.
almost all of them.
Oh, and Frozen
Really?
Force 24. Is Carbo here tonight?
No, I haven't seen him.
Unlikely.
Unlikely. What are you, a magic 8-ball? Ask again?
Yes.
Vision unclear?
Only when I'm looking at you.
I think the only card right now. Do we even want to talk about the Mythic card or leave that secret? Secret. We're leaving the Mythic card secret for Gen 3
secrets.
for now.
I saw that thumbnail.
Yep.
That
Yeah,
was a little aggressive. You got too
everybody
excited to
said
deny
nah.
Gen 3. I was going to say.
Down. Yep. We're not talking about him, but people know that the theme is.
Oh,
the
it's a
world-
him. It's a him.
Oh my gosh, facts are leaking.
It would just. It would fit the last two, wouldn't it? The last two were he's too. Yeah.
Now we gotta change.
Yeah, you need a she.
Yeah. And where's the powerful women?
There are plenty of them in Ward.
So
Scarlet. Scarlet is a nightmare, and she's one of the strongest creatures in the game.
you have mechanics and you have artwork, and I would say that's what makes up a trading card or a card like
Yeah.
this. So when you guys are doing this play testing, is there even any, like, is there a pencil? Is there like a child's drawing of what you're thinking, or is it just like text and that's how you're
No,
playing it?
yeah, and we're very open about it. The way we do playtesting is we use AI-generated images to make the initial test cards, and then we go and we play test with them because I just like to be able to see something that's not me drawing on it.
That's what I was going to wonder.
Yep. And then once we get to the point that we've locked in what our 150 cards are going to be, then we send them to Fabrizio and say, hey, essentially, here we go. Say, remake all these. And then he starts them completely over. We'll give him, like, say one is I'll give you one Gen 3 little tidbit. One of them looks like a Final Fantasy character, right?
Oh.
So I would send him this, because he's already done with this one. So I send him this image, and then he looks at it. Instead of having to like type out like, hey, I need it to look like this
Right.
and all this, I would just send him the image. He scraps it basically, redraws everything from pencil to start.
I love
and
it.
then,
Sick.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it's the process, like I told you, the pencil, the line art, and then the color, and we got to
That's so
approve
cool.
all the steps for every
Heck yeah.
single card.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Tonberry.
Yeah.
Toneberry. That's from Final Fantasy. It's a little green guy, a little green alien. He looks really crappy, but he's super strong.
Yeah, he moves
Stabs-
real slow. And
Yep.
yeah, one hit kills you with his Tonberry knife.
Yep, Toneberry knife.
Unbelievable.
James Donald Taylor does a voice in Final Fantasy.
Which one?
Greg.
Do you want to look it up, Chris?
I can't look it up. It's probably his name's probably like Joe. I'm Joe from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
No, he talks about in his podcast. He's talked about it a few times today. He does a robot or something like that. I'd be completely wrong.
Are there robots in Final
There's
Fantasy?
so many games. It'd be tough to
Yeah,
pin
it's
down
in
which one that is.
Oh, well.
He's the voice of Titus.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
really?
go. There you
Yeah,
go.
From
the
10?
the main character
From 10.
ostensibly the main character
Yeah.
from 10.
There you go.
I played them all.
Is he a main character, Chris? Is he a main
More
character?
of a main character than Luigi.
No,
Who's the shy guy in Final Fantasy?
The shy guy found probably Tonberry.
Yeah. You know, even when you play Super Smash Brothers and you click Luigi, and Marty had brought this up, so you'll click Mario to be like, Mario,
Yeah.
Ganondorf, but when you click Luigi, it's like, Luigi? Like, it's honestly a question mark, like, you're really picking Luigi? Even though arguably he's really good in Smash. Yeah.
He is really good.
He's
in
really good in
Smash.
Super Smash Brothers.
Does he do
Yeah.
like that noodle head jump thing?
And he's got the stupid
He's
little
got the-
vacuum and
yeah.
everything too.
yeah.
So, but yeah, the process of Gen 3 would be once we're done with the playtesting, and then we start sending the art to Fabrizio, then we essentially have John, who's back there somewhere.
Hi, John.
John goes through and rips apart all the wording that me and Tom did, and he's like, hey, you missed a period here. This needs a comma. You misspelled
He's your
this
editor.
wrong. He edits everything.
9 years of college.
Yep. There's a lot of people go to college for 9 years.
They're called doctors. Yeah. Richard.
Yep.
It's got a thin candy shell. It's just too good.
Oh
Too
my
good,
gosh.
that movie. So you're saying people could get their hands on these as soon as safely Christmas time, maybe into January.
Yeah, I'd say best bet's January.
January.
Really give us enough time to really work these things
Fine, I'll
out.
push it to New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is super exciting. Do you want to come back when you're closer to release?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we'd come back and we have more to show off. I think we could do. I can't see Tom, but do we want to show off a single piece of art to give people a little something?
I'm hearing a lot of no's.
No. Nothing. Nope. We're keeping a secret. All of it.
On lockdown.
However, I will tell you this: we have thrown in little Easter eggs in some of our last, I'd say, posts that we've done for Ward on Facebook and stuff. So if you go and look closely, you might see something that looks a little off and is probably Gen 3. There's
That's
a
what I'm
couple.
talking about.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
They're kind of snuck in there. I keep looking down at the TV.
I know.
I know.
Up.
I
Yeah.
know.
Well, I told Jeremy and Karen to look at the TV instead of craning their neck to look at you.
Yeah,
so I
sure.
think it's just like that natural, like
Yeah.
everyone's doing that.
Oh,
I think
Rooster
this
said
is the
just
right amount
called
of-
you out, Tom. He said just a sneak peek.
just a little bit.
Just a sneak peek.
Can we just see the stat block on the top?
I can't see them. I guess we could. Should we talk about one card? Is there any card we could talk about? Do you have a suggestion?
Give a thumbs up.
A fun card that we know will be in it.
AK.
Who?
He said AK.
AK.
We don't have guns.
Initials.
What?
Initials. Does AK mean anything to you? Now you're sad.
Kamara.
Alvin Kamara? No. It's,
Ashenay.
oh, all right. We'll talk about that's a legendary too.
Oh, look how upset he is to talk about this now.
I just don't want
He's
to.
devastated.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to make myself smile on this.
Oh, Jeremy
there we go.
took it.
It
Jeremy.
worked.
Oh, why did I don't want it? Now it's gone, right? It's gone.
It's
No,
on
it's to
camera.
camera.
It's still
Why
on
is
camera.
it still stuck on? There we go.
Oh, hold on. Let me just do it
Yeah.
like this. Let me go back to the just. There you go.
Here, I'll make it. I can do it! I can do it! Man, my Luigi!
The harder you smile.
That's how Luigi feels on the inside.
Yeah. The harder you
just
try, the
can't.
more it looks sad. It's unbelievable.
Oh, that's a YouTube thumbnail.
Right?
That's what that is right there. Okay, so the Ashen Knight. I'll quickly talk about that. The Ashen Knight is a legendary creature that essentially is not far off from probably something you'd see in Dark Souls, Elden Ring.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Very
talking
cool.
about.
And the Ashen Knight, I won't talk about all of its stats, but it's got pretty high stats and a very fun effect that when it goes below half health, it gets boosted in all of its stats. So
Cool.
think boss battle in Elden Ring or something.
For sure.
Half health. They get they start doing different things. It's like you're in phase 2 now, so that's essentially how that card works.
I like
be the
that
one.
a lot.
That'll be the one tease. There we go.
I love it.
That's really cool.
Yep.
I absolutely
Cool.
Yeah, we did play testing with that one, and that was probably the favorite card of play testing thus
That's
far.
super cool.
Yep, that one was fun.
Now I'm excited. Mm-hmm. I have a random question.
I have a random answer.
Where is the best place? Do you guys have any place where people can go to get singles? Is there a singles market for like individual cards? So let's
Jeremy's
say
looking for singles and he's ready to mingle.
So let's say Gen 3 comes out and I want to get an Ashen Knight. You know, is it just eBay or do you guys have? Is there any place to get?
Yeah, so there's a couple places that are eBay is one. We've
Okay.
seen a lot of stuff on there. Dustin Hagenbaugh has his what's that called, Marty? Again?
The Sinister D's store.
The Sinister D
Isn't
store.
it Sinister Z's
Oh.
Magical Wonders or
It
something?
was. He
Oh.
shortened it. Fine.
Sinister,
Sinister
D
D's.
follows us on here.
Yes, Sinister D's store. He sells singles, and
Okay.
like I had mentioned to everybody at the tournament that was there, if you're ever looking for a card, that's the guy to go to. If you want it, he's got it. Yeah. I still think that Gameplay Stay sells online.
Oh, do
They
they?
have singles.
Okay.
Yes, they still sell online and have singles. I'm pretty sure I've seen those still on there. So that's another. And they have a lot of original Gen 1 stuff if you're hunting for it.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll give them a quick shout out. You can go and support their store still
Yeah.
online at
I
least.
was gonna say, do we
That's awesome.
have a link for their store?
Oh, Okay, boss battles. Yes, I have to do this before I get off.
Hold on, they dropped today.
Okay, yes. I'm sorry.
Do you have any with you? Can I buy a pack?
Does anybody have a boss battle I can show off? No. Jeremy wants to buy one too. We'll sell to him on air.
Yeah, I'll got cash.
I'm quite the salesman.
Gosh.
Does anybody have a pack with them?
Why don't you guys have your product?
It's out in the truck.
Well, go get it.
Go get it, Marty.
Cute.
How much is it? How much is it?
I have keys.
Oh, she has keys. Oh,
How
they're
much?
sinister deeds.
How much? Can I open it? Is there something to open?
Yes.
Yeah.
How much is it?
What the heck are they again, Tom? On the website.
5.
I don't remember.
You grab 2.
Are you on our website? Go to our website. We should place an order right from here and then just fulfill it. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
That'd actually be fun.
So we need to go to shop.
Shop. We're gonna show everybody how to do it.
Oh.
So which one do you want?
Ooh.
So, which one's the one for the? This is the 1 to 2 player one.
So they're actually all color coded based on their rarity. The frog would be common, so that's why he's gray. We got the Knight of Ember, who's green.
Yeah.
Yep. So he would be the uncommon. So a little
Okay.
bit harder. Cosmagus is the rare, so he's blue. The Undead Alvarine is purple, so he'd be the epic. And then you have the legendary, which is Varen the Eternal.
I was going to
So
say,
explain to me, though, the
Varen's hair
rarity.
looks
Hold
very
on.
luscious.
So from, if everybody looking at home, from left to right is
It's on the side of
is
the
how
card.
is how hard they're getting. It actually
if you
says
see the-
on, if you actually click it, you'll see the front. It says how many players are recommended.
Gotcha. So this is like a pretty
1 to
easy
2.
one to beat.
Yep, so 1 to 2 players.
Gotcha.
What he would be essentially is, if you got the Frog King, he would be a solid challenge. If you just bought 1 pack, you're probably not going to beat this guy in a pack crack. You'll probably need a friend. But if you buy a couple packs and you got a little bit of a deck going,
I wanna do
you
this.
could probably solo this guy. So
this
and
is
then-
1000% up Jeremy's alley.
This is so up my alley. It's not
I
fun.
will say boss battles are very fun, and we've even talked about we could see the future of Ward possibly being boss battles.
Heck yeah.
Because
I
they're
enjoy
super fun.
co-op games, like games you play
Kara and
together.
I are both too competitive.
Ridiculously competitive. Like,
So when we we were playing. This is a tangent. It's not Ward. We were playing Mario Kart World last night, and we were working together to take down those rascally CPUs, those naughty
Yeah.
characters. Hence why I was asking, what's a main character in Mario, Chris? Because they've got the bee
you
now,
what.
the crab, the cow,
Sting Bee.
Sting
No idea.
Bee.
And those are
sidestepper.
at most those are F tier
sorry.
characters.
So you'll notice stay on this page for a sec. And if you zoom in on the colors at the bottom, the green, the red, and so not only will the Frog King have his stats and everything, and some of them have effects, but now you see, for those who really want the challenge,
It won't let me go down for some reason. That's annoying.
weird. So, okay, well, you can see there we have normal mode, which is just see the boss card. Hard mode, which is, it'll give him a little boost. Boost his HP to 900 and add 2 extra attack dice to his
Dang.
rolls. And then Nightmare mode, where you boost his health even harder and you give him those effects. So, what that does is, say you all you have is the Frog King at home, and say you two are playing, and you crush him. Your decks are too good. Time Dragon's wrecking him or something. And you're
Cam,
like,
look at his comment.
what do you say?
He said, I just placed an order for the Cosmagus. You can fulfill it by giving it to Jeremy on air. Order
I
number
still want to get one too. I want to get the Frog King.
Beat you to it.
I'll tell you what, Cam.
funny.
I'll tell you what. I'll give Jeremy one, and it's up to him now to deliver.
That's a way worse proposition for him.
It's never going to get to Cam.
Or we'll just ship it to you. We'll get
Cam,
it to
come
you.
to the Meg's party next weekend.
Yeah, there we go. That'll be the thing.
Yeah.
We'll take care of it.
So boss battles are just, in a nutshell, it's a way to play Ward against nobody. It's a way to play as a team.
No wonder why Harry D's so good.
Cam bought it for you.
Did he?
He says, no, Jeremy gets to open it on air, and it's
Oh, boy, Cam's a nice
That's
guy.
amazing.
Right?
He actually
Cam is like,
Absolute unit.
Cam.
He actually is a nice guy. I got
He
to
is
sit
so
down
nice,
and
yeah.
play a game of Ward with him at TeamCon last year, and that was a
oh,
lot of fun.
nice.
Who won?
I don't remember, but I do remember him buying a box and letting me
Get
help
out
him
of
rip all
here.
of them.
This is a Cosmagus. Cosmagus?
Cosmagus.
Do you guys
had it
have
right
a
the
Frog
first time.
King? Because I want to buy one as well.
I'll open one, you open the other.
Jeremy, you get all of them.
Wait, what?
From us to you.
What?
Oh,
Wait, what about me?
No, you're getting hold on now. The Cosmos. Okay, look.
So
I was most excited about that. Give me the Cosmagus back. 'cause
Yeah,
that was
you have
specific.
that.
You
Oh,
ripped
you
it
don't.
right out of my hand.
Somebody has to hold the droid cam.
Who's Lush's hair? There's Lush's
to
hair.
pop
Okay.
this.
Joe, you can hold the droid cam.
You got it.
You can relegate it to backup
it.
camera operator. How the mighty have fallen.
It's
Do we
gonna.
want 916 or 16-9?
We want that way.
This way.
Yep.
Okay.
You
That's
get
the
my
one.
butt handed to me on all
There you
these.
go.
Okay.
And then tap to focus.
Okay.
Right there.
All right. So here we go. So this is what a boss
I'm
pass,
excited.
pass looks like. Well, I'm glad you guys have your. Do we have a knife? A sharp thing.
Would you like my
John, you got a
fingernail?
knife?
Of course I got a knife.
No, we'll
Oh,
use.
fine.
I would rather use this.
Oh, my Lanta.
It's got a tip.
You call that a knife?
Yeah.
No, that's a knife.
I haven't seen that movie in the Coon's age. Oh my gosh, you're gonna give it to me?
Don't talk smack about her grilling.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Not right now.
Okay.
Just kidding.
This
Cosmogus.
is epic. I know what we're gonna do later, Kara.
What are we gonna do?
Play some Ward.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something way more adult rated.
Okay, so here we go.
How do you shut this?
Yep. So there's the info card.
What?
Push it.
And we will.
Oh, that's the most satisfying part.
What am
is
I
that
pushing?
right there.
Push it out. The little lock. Push it out
Want me to help you?
towards your.
I don't do knives. I mean,
sick.
knives are
Just
sick.
throw it
but-
at him.
Sick. Okay, I was sneaking a peek.
Yep. So you can
So
see.
he's
that
got a
the-
couple of magic cards.
Oh, yeah.
So this is like a pre-made deck that this character will play as.
So
Yes.
are these cards unique to this deck? Like they can't be used in any other thing, or are they actually built out of the?
So they won't.
Okay, yeah.
They will not work in regular Ward decks because they will
Gotcha.
say on there things like the boss gets whatever,
Interesting.
or
Okay.
the player.
So people
gets.
can't try and like sneak these into their
And
regular.
well, here's the other thing. If you haven't noticed yet, the borders on these are not.
Oh,
I was gonna say they're blue.
They're blue, and the
Yeah.
reason they're blue for him is because he's the rare, and it's blue. So the frog is going to have gray borders.
Ooh.
Yep.
I'm gonna
And
open.
there are new cards in these that don't exist in the regular game.
Sick.
Can I open
So like
Luscious Locks?
Cleave is one. Oh, Varen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luscious Locks Varen.
Now hold on, Kara. People want to see the cool cards.
I haven't opened it.
Yeah,
Just
so
like-
essentially the way
ooh.
the boss works in a nutshell is the boss is on the field. He can't be moved. You
Hold
don't
on,
need.
hold on. That
Potion.
reminds me of the llama potion. Oh, I love llama.
Yep, and there's Cosmogus himself.
That is awesome.
Oh.
These are incredible.
Oh, we lost it.
no, we're fine.
Oh, okay.
Chris is changing it now to
Ward
Ward
stuff. Yes.
Word stuff. So
I
Cosmogus.
don't want people to think that this is like a Gen 3 spoiler or something.
Oh, sure. Yeah, so Cosmogus, that's the card. You can see his stats and everything. They have a lot of health, but the reason is because you're challenging with friends. So he's got 900 there. 4 dice rolls plus 4. What the heck is his effect again? Let's see if I can zoom it in and read and tap. Nope, that's too close. I can't read it. What's his effect?
During the boss's turn, this boss will initiate battle twice.
Oh, dang!
Yeah.
Dang.
He
So-
ain't messing around.
Yeah, so in a nutshell,
That's sweet.
and she's got Varen over here.
Am I gonna open Luscious Locks?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
Wait,
so-
what? The lead of Crocodile Dundee is alive and kicking at 85?
Nice. That guy's never gonna die.
Probably not.
So essentially, the boss does 3 things on his turn. This is why you can play against.
Need the knife.
That's why you can play by yourself. The boss will always draw 1 card.
Thank you.
They will play that card, and then they will attack. That's all they do on their turn. So you can play alone or with a team. You just have to roll for the boss, and that's probably the worst part. Is because you're basically rolling for him to do damage to yourself. And I always roll better for the boss than I do for myself.
I can't open it. Y'all watching me struggle.
King.
Here we go.
Frog King is the common,
What?
so he's the easiest.
Frog King's adorable, by the
Yep.
way. Also, you roll.
Don't tell him that. It's like in Split Fiction. Remember the cat?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's so adorable.
Okay, here we go, Kara. You're gonna get.
People are
to
getting the whole behind the scenes look here. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Marty's-
oh yeah,
Marty's
they can
always
see you
sitting
guys.
over
Hey,
there.
there's everybody.
and chat.
And you can see your chat.
Look at the yellow border. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the legendary, and the legendaries are the yellowish orange there. Yeah, very fun stuff. All the new cards that come with them too.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
That's super sick.
They're all designed so you can mix and match them. If you were to buy 2 of the same boss, you could put whatever cards you want just for fun. But the standard, they have a way that
very
they
Norse.
play. So, like for example, I'll use Tom. What's kind of the way Varen here is kind of set up? Kind of anti-magic. Yeah, Varen's pretty anti-magic. Just basically things that stop you from doing anything. Where the undead Alvarine is very attack focused. Twister, Council of Cosmos. You'll recognize a lot of these from normal ward packs as well.
Epic loot.
Epic loot.
And then Luscious Locks.
Luscious Locks Cosmog is there.
Look at that hair. I mean, come on.
Blowing
in the breeze.
The space wind that's blowing his hair.
Right?
So this is Frog King. I was excited to see Frog King. Also, his backstory is written off of me, from tadpole to king, might I add.
I don't think you've made it past Polywalk.
What is Varen's backstory again? He's got. I think it's actually on their info cards, right? Yeah, it's on the info
It's on
card.
the one with the QR code.
Yep.
These are incredible, you guys. These are simply credible.
Varen is regarded as the third most powerful entity in all of creation, locked in an endless battle to seal away the cosmic demon and its progeny. However, his relentless pursuit comes at a devastating cost. He cares little for the collateral damage left in his wake. Entire star systems collapse, dimensions are torn apart, and the lives of lesser gods mean nothing in the face of his divine mission. As a result, many have come to fear him, even more than the demons he hunts. His sheer brutality and indifference have become the stuff of legend.
Do you think being ranked number 3 makes him even angrier?
Probably.
He's big angry.
Is Frog King. Yeah. So one of the things I was going to show you is, so like Unlucky Circumstances is a card in circulation. Just this, yeah, like
this is the boss edition.
Yep,
yeah,
it'll
this is
actually
the boss
say
edition.
equipped to boss.
I love Fortune Frog.
Yeah.
It's like Scrooge McDuck
Dang,
of frogs.
boss draws 2 cards. Sick.
Yeah.
And then like Lucky Charm, yep, I recognize. The
What do you
shield,
mean, my
yep.
hands versus Jeremy's hands?
But
Jeremy's a hand model.
feast your
And I've got
eyes
fat thumbs.
on this.
Gamer thumbs.
What?
Gamer thumbs.
I mean, you're
Ladies
not
and gentlemen,
wrong.
the Frog King. He became the #1 fighter in Frog World and decided to venture out into a wider area.
Is that what it says, or did you make that up?
No, it's paraphrasing what the info card said.
Okay. I was like, dang, Jeremy just ad-libbed that out of nowhere. I'm impressed.
No, I took it from the info card.
Well, that's amazing.
I seriously can't wait to try these out.
You'll have a lot of fun with them.
The modal adjustment from PvP to PvE, basically, in a TCG. I'm throwing all sorts of acronyms out there. That's actually, like, it's so innovative and so cool to be able to do either one.
So these just dropped literally today.
Yeah, so we just handed out the pre-orders. The first people to get theirs were those at the Ward Bowl.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
This building was the first experience of people getting them.
Yeah, so
were people playing those like when they were not in the tournament?
they were not today. They were pretty busy with the tournament. Yeah.
They were pretty busy, eh?
Yep. So the Ashen Knight, or not Ashen Knight, I'm sorry.
I love the
Night
Knight
of Ember.
has a little Dark Souls feel to him. Kind of that like
Ooh, I wanna
sullen
watch that one
knight.
too.
Yeah, he's cool.
Ooh, let's see, he was there during the fall of the Westguard. Where was Gondor when the Westfold fell?
He was there during the fall of the West God.
Oh, he was there during the return of the Undead King.
Did you read Bear Juice comment?
That's cool. Yeah, I literally mentioned that.
Get a vote on Karen's versus Jeremy's? I'll put one together, I guess, you freaks.
Just don't make fun of my thumbs, okay?
Yeah, you rude people.
Their mutation.
Kara's gonna get all the pity votes now.
Which hands, smash or pass?
Oh my god.
I don't want to know the answer to this.
You asked for this. You asked for this.
I'm throwing you in here too.
Oh yeah, sorry. Leo asked for this.
Oh, there's Blade in the Dark.
Yep.
I like this. The horse is cool.
Yeah. Mysterious Traveler.
Yeah.
Ooh. The
Minotaur Bodyguard.
I don't know if it's Argaki, Regake. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but
We've got this one, the regular card.
I had a photography teacher in college that said that Jeremy could be a hand model because of the way that he held things when I photographed them.
Yeah.
Funny.
That's why you call him the hand model.
I'll never forget the item I used to hold for you.
There he is. Very
It
cool.
was your trumpet.
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember we did that?
That's not sexual. It was a trumpet. It really was a trumpet.
He played the valves wonderfully.
Okay, sorry. Okay, it is
Undead
on
Alvarin. What is his story? I don't remember even.
Here, somebody run me the card. I want to read it.
All
I
right.
want to do a.
You want to do a read?
Yep.
A sexy read.
Yeah.
You made me do it last time.
You read it while I fan.
From an early age, Prince Joseph Vaughan loved the many creatures of Ward. Among all the mighty and amazing creatures, one above all else captured his attention, the Owlverine. He saw himself in this creature, powerful, ferocious, and cunning. Years later, he was forced into battle with an Owlverine. Joseph was forced to end its life. He couldn't live with killing such a majestic creature. He then made a deal with a witch who lived in an old cabin. The witch brought the Owlverine back to life, but as a horrid, undead monster.
That's pretty sick.
What? He's
That's
foily.
Oh, it's a foil one.
Oh,
Is this
dope.
random?
It's not a high chance to get it.
Of course, Jeremy gets one.
Yes. Okay.
Of course.
Yes.
Jeremy. Of course.
So
This man has a horseshoe magneted into his large intestine.
A golden horseshoe.
yes. So there's a chance that your boss card will be a hollow.
Get out of here.
Yes.
That's
there is.
incredible.
So you can brag and say my boss creature's better than yours.
My foil is better than yours.
Oh, can you run that back? So doesn't lose it. Thank you.
Boss battles will be getting shipped out for everybody starting on
Thank you.
Monday. And it'll be starting with the 150 club members first. We'll be getting theirs. And then we'll be proceeding shortly after with everybody else.
It is fitting that I got this.
The Chrono Dragon.
Yeah, Slim Chimply.
Slim Chimply says, "What's that spit valve do?" I saw your comment and I had to.
You're so
I had
funny.
to do that.
When the Creator decreed that the Time Dragon had grown too powerful, the Great Purge began. One by one, their mastery over time was stripped away, and they were cast down from their thrones. Their endless cycles of manipulation had upset the balance of reality itself. Among the scattered remnants of the once mighty Time Dragons, there was one who refused to fall. In the final moments of the Creator's reckoning, he slipped into the void between realities. As eons passed, he grew stronger. When time is of no consequence, unlimited power is achievable.
Dang.
It fits that I got that since I have the Time Dragon.
Chrono Dragon. He's cool.
How many people does it take to take him out, Kara?
I don't know.
6 to 7.
Yeah. So he's like, you're going to need a group going after this
That's
guy.
sick. We're
Or
gonna
if
have
you're
to
Jeremy, you're
have
just gonna play 6 decks simultaneously.
we'll do a ward party down here one
Bobby
day.
Fischer of Ward.
How do I flip this back? I guess I don't even know.
Oh,
I've been holding.
whoop, there we go.
Okay.
One last thing. These say Gen 1. So is this revolve around characters that
Yeah,
you find in Gen
it
1?
does. And I actually forgot to bring that up. So yeah, it all revolves around, it's only Gen 1 cards that are in there. Like
I love that you guys started with
Yep,
Gen 1.
we will have a Gen 2 one eventually that will come out with bosses. That'll be another thing, more testing and everything. But yeah, they're fun. And the way we came up with it is it's kind of a mixture of like a D&D boss battle, essentially. Like you're fighting a boss in
Right.
D&D, or you're playing EverQuest, World of Warcraft, whatever MMO, and it's a way to almost do a raid fight offline.
Yeah.
With just cards and just friends next to you.
Kara's a big Destiny player and loves raids.
He's got 2,000 HP.
And we plan to host events with these bosses too.
Really?
We even plan, there's one more that we don't have here right now because it's only going to be available at these events called Bible. And Bible essentially is, he's super, super strong. So like he'll require like 20 people to take down.
Dang.
So what the day would be is
Like
the whole event.
Pokemon Go in real life.
People already know about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
What?
Yes, they do. We've talked about him so many times. Bible doesn't exist. I lied. All of it's a lie.
Is this still technically
It's all a lie.
pre-stream, Chris?
I mean, technically yes, but we've gone
It's
so
all a
far
lie.
in, I'm gonna have to pull the recording off of Twitch at this point. 'cause
I was gonna say we never
we're
did the
40
intro.
minutes past
So-
yeah, I know we
Yeah.
are.
So.
We can
It's
wrap it up
pre-stream.
here.
This
I
doesn't
get it.
end up on the show.
Oh, you
It's only
guys are
for
all
live
disgusting.
people.
You guys equally want both of your hands.
Can you rat out who voted for me so they can move up in my like list?
Can I?
I'm easily swayable.
View results.
Will I win more?
Yes.
It does not show me.
You're just protecting him. How dare you?
I mean, I can.
No, I'm teasing you. I'm saying like, you know.
GTR Dad forgot to vote.
Who would you have voted for, GTR Dad? Put me down for Kara!
Yeah! Thanks, GTR Dad.
Gives a knife.
He can't
Missed
hurt
my
you through the camera,
epic-
I promise.
Shh. That's what you think.
Rooster Sith voted for
Definitely won't be
you.
mine. I have short, stubby little fingers, like like meat hooks.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have anything else we want to talk about before we wrap up with Ward?
Is there anything you guys can think of that I may have missed? We kind of talked about a lot.
You can't leave yet because I want to talk to you afterwards.
Gotcha.
Get him out of there.
Get him out.
You don't have to, but
All right, so I am before we roll the intro thing, and that'll be a nice way for him to clear the set, just so people know.
GTR, Dad.
Here's what we have planned to sort of talk about. We're gonna talk a little bit about season 2 of Andor, try and not spoil Jeremy Carey too much, and then we have some Star Wars Reddit stuff to kind of jump into, some things that I thought were kind of interesting. So, and then the end, if we get to there, that's just whatever. We're just making stuff up at the end. So,
Kenobi / Maul fight. That's
somebody had posted something interesting about it on Reddit, and I think it'd be sort of
you know, of that whole movie. I know I'm jumping way ahead, but of that whole movie, everybody says it's horrible. Phantom Menace. Darth Maul makes that movie great. That whole fight makes that movie great.
Yes.
He stole the show.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
He deserves more than what they ended up giving him.
well, GTR Dad will get there too. All right, so we'll roll the footage. You want to deliver this safely to the
You
owner?
bet.
All right, let's roll the intro, and we'll see you on the other side, folks.
And welcome. Well,
Start over.
hello everybody, and welcome to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Kara.
And I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be talking about today. We have this brand new Keep Us on Track bar on the top.
But
Did that ever happen?
We already talked about a couple of things in the pre-stream that sort of turned into, you'll probably see all of it. This is going to be like a 2-hour-long episode for you guys, but the intro is just in the middle of it now. It's the beginning.
Yeah, it's
So we
fine.
talked about we talked with the Ward champion and a bunch of Ward stuff. We're gonna get into a lot of Star Wars things in just a moment. But I'm Brownie.
I need to tell you
Yes.
a funny story about my day.
Okay, we're starting off.
Marty, you
immediately.
watch your chat.
So,
He might have been trying to send a link. I'm not sure.
I'm just being funny.
are you guys ready? Chris, you have not heard this. David has not heard this. Hopefully David can hear well too. So, I had drill today, which means I go and do military stuff for the whole day. You know what they do in the military? Random drug testing.
For Jeremy, it's not random. It's like every single time.
I'm not going to lie.
Does he look like a druggie?
I don't know. I don't know why. Okay, but it's random drug testing. So I got randomly selected today. Perfect. Okay. Now, in the past, military stuff, says Bear Jew. In the past, it's pretty lax. Okay. You get handed a cup. You walk into the bathroom, urinal specifically, and you know they're there, but they're not standing over your shoulder. It's a relaxed environment. Okay. Not today. I don't know what cosmic force that I upset, but this was a doozy. So I go in, all right, to the drug testing area. I got my little letter that says report for duty.
I don't know who you PO'd. But
If that'd be in the stall if you're reporting for duty.
yes.
So this guy gets up and he goes, "Are you ready to produce your sample?" I'm like, yeah,
That's what the kids call it these days.
let's go for it, right? Because sometimes you get the letter and you get your allotted time, but you might not be able to pee on command. You got to drink some water and then get it to go. So you can usually say, that you're gonna wait and everything. I want to buy packs off of you guys. Oh, okay, good. Okay, good.
We're gonna chat for a while. Okay.
All right, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss the story, Marty. Just stay for the story, because it'll make you laugh.
Jeremy said his audience is escaping.
I'll make this quick. Blame Doge. So I'll make it very quick. So I'm like, yes, I am ready. I'm ready to do this. So he gets up. Up jumps a dog, like a drug sniffing dog, and I'm thinking to myself, what's a dog gonna do? Is he gonna smell the drugs in my urine? Like as it exits my body? What's happening? So I'm already intrigued. Chat, put if you've ever had a dog with you while you've done a urinalysis, okay? Because it's unbelievable. Now, we go to the bathroom and I go to use the urinal. For years, 20 years to be specific, I've been using the urinal for these drug tests. So I go to use the urinal, he goes, no, stall. Like, stall? What are you talking about? All right, stall it is. We go into the stall, lift up the toilet lid, get ready to do my business. I got the dog sitting right here looking at me, and I'm just about to start doing the test, and he goes, turn. I'm looking at him, and he goes, sir, I need to see your penis. I'm like,
hold on.
Well, it's a good thing I don't have stage fright, because, so here I am with the drug sniffing dog, Mr. Commanding over here that says he needs to see my penis, and I'm expected to now produce urine for this person? Impossible. I was able to do it, but man, was I uncomfortable.
Sounds like body tracking.
It must have been. So, anyways, this is completely unhinged.
That's not how the force.
Shy bladder.
Andy Adams, that was perfect.
GTR Dad, this was a civilian. The Air Force subcontracted it out to a civilian company about, I don't know.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
That's when you can just drop your pants all the way to the ground and just own it. But yeah.
Jeremy's like just undressing, just everything's off.
Like,
just
what a CPAP hose.
What was the purpose of the dog? Like, really? Yeah, don't ask, don't tell, says Cam Thankful. But really, a dog? During a urinalysis?
I mean,
could you imagine?
He probably talked his boss into buying it for him, and he needed to justify.
Right? Could you imagine? I'm with Gwen here. If I was a dude and I had to look at penises all day, I would need an emotional support animal as well.
Could you imagine? You go to give your urine sample at the hospital and a Doberman standing there with you? It's like
I'd be intimidated.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like there was shrinkage.
Anyways, it was. So picture this: guy finishes his day of work at his baby house and goes and asks his wife, "How's your day? Do you see anything interesting?"
I gotta tell you, my day at work was nuts.
Your day? Today?
Making a joke. No, talking about
right. It was nuts. Yep, I get it.
Thank you, Karen.
I get it.
Phoenix Call says dog can smell a toxin 100 times better than a human, but like in
dogs
my urine,
are insane.
And then what is he gonna do? You know how dogs scratch the car when they detect drugs? What is he gonna do? Claw me? Like, you're done, son.
He's gonna speed bag your nut.
Yeah, apparently.
He's just gonna give you a vasectomy right there.
Yeah.
Slim Chimply. Just be glad when it alerts. It doesn't latch on. That's what I was getting at. Or bark. Phoenix Call says bark. Man.
Sir, I'm gonna need to hold it for you and take some pictures. It's just policy. I need to do a 3D scan to make sure you're not hiding anything.
The military, they have zero reason for a drug dog. That's what I'm saying. It's unbelievable. Like, granted, it is a subcontracted company, so who knows? Maybe they have an overflowing budget. They're like, hey, Frank, what do we spend it on? I don't know. We test for drugs and get a drug dog? Yeah, that's it. That's what we need. That'll blow, what, 50 grand? I don't know. What does a drug dog go for?
You want to guess? Because I'm sure there's a Google answer for this.
But a real Google or
I'm
AI?
Gonna go with,
how much
I'm going to go with 10,000.
Get a drug.
Is it? I'm not going to do 10,001, but I'm like thinking 15. I'm thinking
so
with
I was between 10 and 15, but I'm going to stick with 10.
I'm thinking 15 for a Gwen, you can't go in the middle. Yes, Rooster says a third-party company. They hire a...
We have to look at the AI response to this. This is so stupid.
We're waiting.
They put raw dog. I'm saying dog. The raw dog.
You want the raw dog?
It does not mean what you think it means.
Oh my gosh, yes! Shrinking, right?
Oh my gosh. But anyway, like around 10 grand, apparently, if you want pre-trained dog. It's like sometimes what people pay for like non-drug dogs.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible. AI, you've done it again.
Slim Simply, I mean, seriously,
So
was the logic maybe they have drugs on them?
I was literally wondering that. Or sometimes, the only other thing you can do, right, is you use like somebody else's urine or fake urine, right? Yep. So does it smell?
Ontario Smith, the original Wizinator.
What's that? Is that a real drug test avoidance utensil?
So there's a thing.
Phoenix called Welcome to Rise
There's
the
a
podcast.
prosthetic that's called the original Wizinator. And there was a running back for the Minnesota Vikings named Ontario Smith. And he got caught during a random drug test using the original Wizinator. So that's what people started calling him.
Is it like a Texas catheter, but it looked like a penis?
Well, I mean, I'll get a look at it first.
I don't know.
You'll get a look at it.
And just make sure that it's appropriate for...
Make sure it's appropriate.
Probably not. It looks like a dick. It looks like a dick.
So yeah, do you know what a Texas catheter is?
I don't.
Look up a Texas catheter.
Man, my Google search history is going to be so messed up.
Yup, it's gonna be jacked.
A Texas catheter, so a normal catheter would, you'd insert in.
Well, okay,
the
so
urethra.
Leo, how do they know if you're too hydrated? Like,
the graphic images associated with this.
Can you show that?
Effectively, no, I can't.
You can't show the Texas catheter?
No, like if I pull up this one individual image, I can. But just imagine there's this image, then a bunch of images of it installed on a dog.
I issue Texas catheters. I issue those things. Mm-hmm. Kara, put your armpit away. People pay for that.
an armpit? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
So imagine like the next 12 pictures after that.
So
I saw more dong than that drug tester today. I tell you. I saw more dong than a Vietnamese bank.
So just leave it here for a second. I'll explain my thought process here. Okay, we'll get there. I'll explain my thought process. All right. You said it was a cheating device used by a Minnesota Vikings player.
Yep.
And it was too phallic shaped to be able to put on the air.
Yes, it literally looks like a wiener.
So I would imagine they're the same thing, though, right? Like you had a collection bag in
it's 1,000% exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So we're right, but basically, we issue these for long flights if they are flying and they can't reach it to use like a piddle pack. You know, because they have to wear it.
All right. Are we done talking about penises today?
I don't know. People love it.
Do they? Penis Call said it was awfully awkward.
What?
Top comment.
Or like
this got uncomfortable.
Okay, yeah, like we can pivot. Anyway, so Jeremy, is that the ostensible end of the story, or is there something else beyond the?
No. I was just completely shocked between having the dog in there and
having the guy pull out a pair of binoculars.
Yes, and be like, you need to rotate towards me, and do your thing. I was just weird. It was like, okay, this is crazy, I mean,
in the NFL, it's shirt up, pants all the way down, directly in front of somebody. Partially because of Ontario Smith.
I've never, knock on wood, I've never had a drug test.
He was inspected. They pulled out the bill marker.
His Vietnamese currency was inspected.
Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, we're gonna
have to put like a warning at the beginning of this.
I don't work there full time anymore.
People are gonna just fall into this one and be like, oh well.
Feel like they fell into a bag of dongs.
No. It's a legitimate medical procedure to have a drug test. And I don't think there's anything inappropriate about using properly dictated medical terms. Oh, and I want to tell you about Chip in his swamp.
Okay.
And then we'll move on to Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So Kara called me up the other day because we were having a pre-stream discussion about which characters in Mario are main and which ones are side characters. Anyways, regardless, Chip wants these Mario bed sheets like bad, and they're at Target. And Kara would get them for him. They're reasonable, $15.
Something like that.
Okay, totally reasonable. The problem is he has a full, and they only come in twin. Okay, you can get them for your bed and then flex on them.
Yeah.
They're like, Chip, look at my sheets.
If you don't get them fitted, you can just have it like a duvet almost.
You could. So Kara was like, well, I said,
Hold on, is it this one?
I'll tell. What does it have a thwomp on it?
I'm waiting for the thing to. Oh, that's Walmart. You stupid internet.
It's a Target one.
Right there. Target.
First ones,
The first one. So
is it a womp or is it a thwomp?
it's a thwomp. So click on it
Why
for
is
everybody.
Target's mad at you.
Yep.
Go to images.
Yeah, I see it. It's just not going anywhere. Oh, go down to Mario Brothers betting that one.
The internet is an absolute double cross.
So
Go
the
there.
bottom
Yeah,
far right.
there you go. So anyway, so we told Kara.
You told Chip.
I told Chip, buddy, we'll just order you ones that are for your size bed. So Kara showed him like 4 different ones, and he's like, I don't want those ones. Nope, I don't want those ones either. How about these? Nope, I don't want those either. It's like, Chip, why do you want those ones so bad? And he goes, because they have a thwomp on them. So he is obsessed with that thwomp. So I don't know if
It
he's
looks like you, for what it's worth.
I don't know if he's laid in bed and he's just thinking like, yeah, no one's gonna come near me because they're gonna get thwomped. I don't know what goes through kids' brains.
Yeah.
But like, he wants those so bad, and I feel bad.
This is like super photoshopped on.
Oh, absolutely. That is clearly a different pillow than they're just like.
Yep.
You
And it
could
doesn't
fix-
even. It clashes so bad with the bedding too. Like it doesn't even look good.
Yep. Click on
those
the
are all main characters, Chris. Might I add? Is Toad's a main character at this point?
If Toad's a main character, then the blue shell's a main character.
In the movie, though, Toad's a main character. Maybe he's a secondary character. He's not like main like Mario.
Chris, will you get those for
or
your new
Peach.
twin bed?
I will.
Yes.
That's a cool pillow.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the leaf though.
Or the feather.
That's Ryan's mostly concerned about the leaf, from what I understand.
Oh my gosh.
And Airbase thought I was concerned about the leaf, apparently.
Okay.
So when Jeremy says like non-main character, he means like Cheep or Boo or
Boo is
Blooper.
arguably a main character.
King Boo, I would say, is a main
Yeah.
character. But yes, but like they have
Hammer Bro,
Blooper on there. He's not a main character. Spiny.
Dry Bones, stuff like that.
Yeah, Lakitu, Hammer Bro.
You know that urinalysis guy. He kind of.
called.
I don't know, but he circled the one to the right.
So the funny
That's what the urinalysis guy saw today. Saw my Goomba.
He did eyebrow and all.
No, so Chris, in the Super Mario movie, Bowser literally says, whatever those guys are, about
Does he
the
really?
black-shelled turtle
Are
guys.
you
Yeah.
serious?
Yes.
That's incredible that you cracked that joke then.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
Buzzy
a Buzzy
Beetle.
Beetle, apparently.
Yeah.
Buzzy Beetle.
So
Yeah, that we'll
Bowser's
never
like
remember.
Bowser's Goombas.
This is what happens when it's cold outside.
But yeah, he's listing off all of his minions, and then he's like, whatever those guys are.
That's
so
funny.
anyway.
Yeah, Phoenix Call. Oh, Ryan, thanks for the sub.
All right, if people want to hear another story at the end of the episode, I will tell another story, but we'll wait till the end. Go ahead and
That's
shoot.
fair.
Do we want to
We had
shoot?
a sub in the pre-stream too.
No, we didn't.
Is there any ward people in the building or in the room with us? Are you wearing your Jenko jeans?
Yeah.
That's so nice. Those are for Mooster Smith?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Name all the Mario princesses. There's Rosalina, there's Peach, and there's Daisy.
There's one more.
Is there?
I'm pretty sure there's one more. There's 4, aren't there?
There's only 3 that you can race as.
Birdo.
Birdo.
Birdo's a princess!
All the Mario princesses. Peach, Daisy, Rosalina. Oh, I was thinking of Pauline. I guess she doesn't count.
Oh, Pauline, the stupid singer
Oh, yeah.
with the big lips.
So other characters like Pauline have been referenced as princesses in the Mario universe. She's the person you save in Donkey Kong.
Paulina?
Pauline, yeah.
Really?
No way. Shokara? Who's Shokara? Shakira? Shakira?
No, Kara.
H-O-K.
Shroob? What? What words are you saying,
Maz,
Maz?
have you been hitting-
Eclair?
Have you been hitting the Mario leaf?
Yeah. He's getting a raccoon form for sure.
Yep.
Both Cam and Cam Zanko said gift subs are not working.
What?
That I think would be on the Twitch end of things, not our end, right?
No, it could be us.
No,
It's Twitch right now?
For gift subs?
Yeah.
It would have to be a Twitch.
Yeah, we don't do anything about that. So this is apparently a list of princess. So there's Shakora, Shroob, Eclair, Rosalina, Sprixie,
What?
Lipid.
Phoenix Call.
Those
It's
lipids,
funny
you know.
that's Lipid and Sprixie are above Rosalina. That's how little people care about
Not
Rosalina.
only did Phoenix Call subscribe, they used their Prime sub.
And gave a gift sub.
Oh, no way. Well, thank you, Rooster Sith, and thank you, Phoenix Call. I'm not looking forward to getting shot. Is there any Ward people in here or no?
Marty's right here.
Marty, you could shoot me if you want.
No.
Get it as a reward for...
Me if she wants.
You gave us some
Marty,
awesome stuff.
Notice
Feel free to
Jeremy
shoot.
says you can shoot him.
I said us.
No, you.
Yeah. Keep it low and slow. Headshots are discouraged.
Oh, give it a shake.
Give it a shake.
Oh, I gotta shake it?
Jeez, it sounds like my urine test.
Oh my gosh, Rooster said shoot 1,000 bits.
1,000 bits. Light it up. Keep it going, Marty. Ow! You can let a couple
The cry
hit, Kara.
this is perfect,
A
actually.
couple. Oh, there you go. Ah! Listen to that FPS. The frames per second of the shooting. Whew.
Jeremy, I knocked your pop over. There's a little bit in it still. Oh.
That also was said today. Right in the CPAP.
I know if I
Mr.
threw a
Sith,
ball at
thank you
David,
so
he'd just shoot me more.
He's taught you well.
So I chuck it at Marty instead.
So Phoenix Call says, so what do you think of the new series for the Bad Batch tying in?
Jeremy and I have not finished watching Andor.
And
Phoenix Call cheered 100 bits. Thank you so
I
much.
don't recall there being a crossover between Bad Batch and Andor.
Wait, there was a crossover between Bad Batch and Andor?
Because Kara said something about not, unless somebody else said
Well,
something
no,
about
he said, so
Andor.
what do you think of the new series for the Bad Batch tying in?
Is there a new series? Like, I don't understand the question. Could you elaborate?
Could you use that in a sentence, please?
Oh my gosh, Phoenix Call cheered 100 bits.
I know, I said thank you. Phoenix Call.
I really enjoyed Gwen's comment right in the CPAP.
Definitely. Okay, Chris, pull up your thing. What are we going to try to talk about?
Yes.
Okay,
We
so
will get-
Before we
here,
talk about more penises, apparently.
Okay, so we talked about a bunch of Ward stuff. So I just want to talk a little bit about Andor season 2.
We've only
And
watched
you
up to
still
season
have to be
episode
careful
4.
with us, but you can talk.
Well, so everyone's been saying it. Everyone has talked about how like good the season is and blah 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 blah. Right? It is so good. It's the characters that aren't even Andor that it's like so compelling. Like Mon Mothma has an incredible story going on around her. Dedra and whatever the Cyril, incredible stories. All this is so good.
No, Andy Adams, we don't.
That's correct.
We definitely do not get
You are
shot when you
extremely
sub.
Oh, you totally do.
Nope, don't know what you're talking
Listen
about.
to Chris, not Kara. Her nickname is Fibonacci over here.
It's the time jumps. I was worried because it's like basically you get like 3 episodes and you jump ahead a year. 3 episodes.
So I want you to know the jump from episode 3 to 4, that
Kinda
time
threw you
jump
for a
did
loop.
throw me for a loop, like an uncomfortable loop.
Well, because
We'll
before
you
the
just might
time
not have been paying
jump,
attention.
before the time jump, you saw that one guy, like super nice guy, farmer guy, get killed, and then suddenly it's a year later.
Wasn't that like Braxo or whatever?
Whatever his name was, I really liked him.
think so.
He's the big teddy bear. Dang it,
Steve is
I
in the house. He was here.
Yeah,
I
Carbo.
knew he was here. You have no
He's here
idea
now,
Steve, how much we talked about Frozen Forest Fest and your influence on the.
Yes, the Chungus.
I didn't think you liked big chins. Are you a big Bruce fan? Do you like a crush on Bruce Campbell?
Young Bruce Campbell was a stud muffin.
Well,
that's
there you
so
go. Learn
rude to
something
current
new.
Bruce Campbell.
I don't have a thing for old guys. I'm sorry. No offense to old guys.
Sorry, Jeremy, you're gonna be on the way out.
Oh, fire away!
No,
you got
please
another sub. You have to do it.
Resubscribe.
Or giving bits will also get them shot. Unless it's 101 bits, you get a secret surprise.
Yeah, see.
The crimson chin.
Hey, we got a new person. Is that Marty?
Marty again.
Oh, okay, Marty, that's fine.
Marty, that's fine.
Those are some spicy. In a second. Oh man. No. Whew, spicy.
We have 2 IMDb games to do, by the way.
Somebody bring the gun over here so we can
roaster, or
show.
another 1,000. Roaster Sith.
We can show.
Thank you.
Well, we have a bunch of redeems
Adams
that
what
we
they
have
look
to-
like. This is what we're getting shot with.
It doesn't feel good.
So
It does not feel good in any capacity.
Exhibit A, ball hopper. Exhibit B, motor windup.
If
Exhibit
you sue
C,
me, I swear to everything
fire.
that is holy.
I won't. I'm not a complete Muppet. But 2 of them.
Karen
We have
Cam.
so many balls in the studio. It's not even funny.
Hold on, the Bad Batch come back in 2025. What? I have to do some Googling.
Those were compliments. Those were Cam.
For 1,000% we're Cam.
Yeah. I almost said Cam's ankle, but it was Cam.
Cam wants to give our Nerf guns to Vile mods to make them even stronger, and I would prefer not to go home
And
with
somebody
bruise
else wants
all
to
over
take
my
them
entire body.
and make them directly chat controlled.
We would
That's
have
too much power.
We would if we did that
We're
though.
getting there. We're getting there.
I've seen Twitch plays Pokemon. It's too much power.
If we did that though, we would have to make sure like it's shooting from
yeah, no.
here
Well,
down.
yeah, no,
We just put a limit on
definitely-
that, yeah.
Put a limiter on it.
Yeah, you literally,
Yeah.
you set the deadband to within the certain.
Exactly.
Okay, so 10,000. So how many? Oh, did you clear? There was an IMDb game from
There
like
was
a long
2.
time ago.
Just
But-
that high.
Yeah, there was no. I think it was Phoenix Call.
I
Was
go
it?
back and see.
So Phoenix Call, if you just type in a new celebrity, we'll play a game based around you. Do you have a favorite actor or actress?
While we're waiting for that, Ryan did Bruce Campbell.
Oh, Ryan did Bruce Campbell.
So-
More.
So Bruce Campbell has done a lot of like B-roll movies and stuff like that. I'm gonna go with more.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play the IMDb
IMDb
game. For those who don't know how the IMDb game works, when you do a submission, you suggest an actor or actress. Then it becomes our job to determine whether or not they've appeared in more films or fewer films than screen legend Sean Connery. Ryan has suggested Bruce Campbell, who we have done before.
Have we?
We have.
Well, I don't remember.
You know what? I think
Really
I
quick,
recall
can
that.
you just explain to everybody? You used to work.
So this game was invented as a way for me to kill time when I worked at a gas station. And I literally would just pull up IMDb. And so I picked Sean Connery because he's been in a lot of stuff, but he hasn't been in the most things.
And everybody
I feel
knows who he
he's-
is.
Yeah, I feel like he's a good barometer for like people who are sort of familiar with like the volume of work that he's done. So when we name somebody else, like, okay, I think he's been in more or fewer or whatever. To play with integrity, you don't look up how many films Sean Connery has been in. Right, because like you don't want to have that exact number.
Since we started this podcast, I have not IMDb'd Sean Connery one time. I want you to understand that. I've had to dodge him. You do not count, C. Sam Fisher. You do.
He certainly does
Was it not
count.
good enough for you?
So for the sake of consistency, the number of acting credits is as written by IMDb. I don't have any control over that.
Carrie Ewells, or however you say his name.
Elwes.
Oh,
Jeremy, Bruce Campbell, more or fewer than Sean?
I'm gonna go with more.
More.
He played-
Also more.
He's the thief in Psych.
Yeah. Despero.
Yep.
He also Robin Hood Men in Tights with the bow.
Yep.
And he was also what's his face in Princess
The Dread
Bride?
Pirate Roberts
Yes.
/Wesley.
My sweet
He's the one with the
oh, my
poison
sweet
seed, right?
Wesley.
Yeah.
And the trick is he had to build up an immunity to poison.
Yeah, it's like you don't play games with a Sicilian when death is on the line. That was very good.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys said more. Bruce Campbell has appeared in more credited acting roles than Sean Connery.
Can I just say something? There is a select group of viewers that were here for when Kara did the face melting thing.
I'm not doing it again. If you want to see, you're going to have to
We
find
have
it.
to go find the secret episode. Do you remember when Kara did the face melting thing? Is it from Total Recall?
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll have to find that if you want to see it.
Okay, so Carrie Elwes, as we talked about before, Despero from Psych, Robin Hood Men in Tights, like several Mel Brooks films, and also in Princess Bride, probably most famous for. Actually, do you want to guess what his top 4?
Princess Bride.
Correct.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Also correct. If you get the other 2, I will be so surprised.
I have no idea.
As the Spaz. Correct.
He was in Saw.
Yes.
As in, like, you want to play a game, Saw?
Correct.
There's one other, like...
Wasn't Michael Jordan in one of those?
No, you're thinking of Shaq in Scary Movie parodying Saw.
Dang it, who?
Oh, you're right.
Isn't it some, like... I feel like I know what the other one would be, but I can't think what it is. It's, I don't know.
Was he the opening death in Saw?
I know, or maybe, I'm not sure.
Kiss the Girls?
Oh,
This is the last film. I've never heard
seen
of
that.
it.
me either.
Can you do one more thing for me? Tell me his most recent credited role.
His
I'm
most
just
recent
curious.
credit? Yeah, I'm going to have to take us off of this because I don't want you guys to see any of the other stuff. But he has 4 upcoming.
What's a hype chest?
It gives us emotes that we can share with our chat.
That's cool.
So MIA, the TV series in 2025.
Huh.
Or the Gettysburg Address as the voice of John P. Jones in 2025.
Tank
Or
Live
Kid
Dope
Cudi
Drop.
Neverland music video in 2025. Or Mission Impossible Final Reckoning as Denlinger in 2025.
Wait, I didn't know he was in the new Mission Impossible.
Or he's in pre and post production on The American Spring, Mary Pickford, Love Wild, The Panic, and The Dead
So
Man's
he's still
Wire.
doing stuff. 'cause I
I'm
love
definitely saying
him.
more.
I want to watch another movie with him.
He's done a lot recently. But okay, so you're saying more, Jeremy,
I
you're
will go
saying
more as much as I want to be.
You are both correct. He has appeared in more.
Hey, Man or
And
Mutant.
Not by a lot.
Okay. Look at your mom
Annie
dropping
Rose
over
is
there.
still here. Man or Mutant with a dilapidated SpongeBob.
Wait, why isn't your mom? Oh, is it just lagging?
All right, no shooting.
Another shooting.
Wait, why?
You didn't get shot for myself yet.
David.
Can you unsub? No, I'm just kidding, Dave.
Yeah.
That's just ankles. He's being nice. He walked a middle.
Just
Ankle
ankles.
shots.
Just,
It was
right.
a very conservative amount of fire.
That was. I appreciate the conservative amount of that, but why didn't your mom's drop?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Neither did GTR dads. Man or Mutant, you broke it. You broke the drop.
Is this something I have to?
No, because if she drop,
Are you kidding?
are you?
Is this a perfect 100? It's going to be close. Now it's a little bit to the side.
That's what she said.
I don't know.
85.
Oh, 85, 99.
I thought that was
That's
going to be
pretty
like
good.
95.
Yeah, I did
for
too.
sure.
I did too.
It must count like the farthest pixel over or something.
Look, and he just dropped again though. Nothing. Bang.
Is she doing something
Exclamation-
right?
Are you doing exclamation point drop? Or is that an L drop? I can't tell.
Exclamation
She
point.
might have already dropped in this
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
per pot.
Yeah. She might because it looks like everybody else is getting in there. Oh God! I thought Gamer Snowflake was going to steal it.
I thought so too.
I thought I was about to be
She
bamboozled.
dropped pineapple on pizza.
Tink Live is sus. You gotta wait till the pot disappears, Ma.
Yeah, it cycles like every 5 minutes or something. So.
All right.
Oh, you didn't do bag enter. There's no Pokemon rolling around.
What's that called?
Pokemon.
Stream ad.
It's you
Oh,
and,
and
me.
Harry D.
I know it's my destiny.
You could do bang avatar and change your Pokemon.
If you change it to something cool, I'm going to change it to Rattata.
In a world we must
He's gonna be Rattata for the rest of
defend.
his life.
Do you
Did you
remember when
see
you were in
at Target?
Japan and I kept changing you to Caterpie?
Yes.
That's the only Pokemon you deserve.
What'd you
I'm
say?
gonna grow in from a tadpole to a beautiful butterfly.
I think Caterpie, I
had-
don't think it's a tadpole.
It had 5-minute Pokemon stories at Target. I almost bought it for Chip.
Oh, that'd been fun. All right. That
Chris is pulling that up.
Oh, what are we, oh, Pokemon. Yes.
So do you have a homework assignment for us? Do you want us to like watch Andor by next
We
week?
need to
I
watch
think you
Andor.
absolutely should. Like, you guys are going to absolutely love it.
I'm sure we will. Jeremy is what if Jeremy's not immediately drawn in? He's like, no, this is stupid. I don't even like it.
You're so funny.
I'm just saying. Oh, and then last week, you guys, do you guys wanted the deets about what happened last week? We get home, I go straight to bed. Jeremy rage cleaned the house.
What? And nobody knows what rage clean. There's no such thing.
Everybody knows
There
what
is
rage
no
cleaning
such thing as
is.
rage. What's rage cleaning?
I absolutely rage quit.
Yep.
Chris,
Thank
do you rage clean?
I don't clean at all.
People know what rage cleaning
No,
is.
I used to do it when I worked at the gas station. Like, somebody would like really tick me off. I was like, I'm just gonna like descale the coffee pots or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, do something really annoying and physical.
Yep.
But just because you need to focus on something instead of the thing that's making you angry.
Andy Adams, I rage clean.
You rage clean?
Oh yeah.
You do?
If I'm really quiet and I'm like not in a good mood and I'm cleaning hard, just know I'm probably mad at you.
What? I don't even know what I do half the time. Although everybody saw it last week what I do, apparently.
Yeah.
One of my love languages is words of affirmation. You have known this. We have talked about this.
I use words to compliment you all the time. Do I not?
Till last week.
Till last week.
But we're not going to get into that. But, yes, people do know what rage cleaning is. Anyway. So that's what happened.
I think rage cleaning is a main character in Mario.
I know Kara's Maz. Marry Bulbasaur. Bang Bulbasaur. Kill Jigglypuff.
Oh, Jigglypuff would be dead so fast.
Wait, you're doing you just went into the draw and then immediately fight?
No, somebody
it was challenged.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gwen.
it's a duel. Got it.
Scarbo. Steve, if you don't watch all season 2 by next week, I'm gonna rage clean.
That's amazing.
Okay, so we started playing Split Fiction, and because we were playing Split Fiction, bang Avatar, and then what you want.
Bang, Avatar, space.
Yes.
Gen 1.
Only.
Original 151.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you're already crabby.
Oh, pretty crabby.
So-
I think she's just showing him what to do.
Oh well.
I have
give
another.
Her
I
credit.
saw a funny meme reel.
Oh
slash
dang, GTR
video.
dad, getting with the legendary bird.
Ooh.
That's pretty sick, though. Do you want to hear my funny video I saw?
Then we should probably talk about Star Wars again.
We're in the now we're just making stuff up section of the program.
Might as well go for it then. You guys will get a kick out of this. So it was the voice actor recording the original 150 Pokemon. So there was like a producer and then the actor. They're like, do Bulbasaur. It's like, Bulbasaur. And then signs it off. And then the voice actor's like, okay, Pikachu. You know, and then the producer's like, yep, that sounds good. Then he's like, okay, do Staryu. And the person's like, oh! like they sneeze and then they're like, yeah, we're going to go with that. You know, and then Krabby is, you know, so anyways, it was funny. All right.
This is Staryu from Pokemon Series 1 or whatever.
Staryu?
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, he goes, hiya. Yeah, he's. You've never heard it, Chris? It's not ringing a bell? Yeah, see?
Yeah.
That does not ring a bell to you?
Nope.
That's what
crazy.
Yeah. Well, look at Electabuzz. Doesn't even make any sense.
That's what you sound like when you get electrocuted.
That's what you sound like when you're saying. That's what I sound like when I rage clean.
He's just a horse. He's just a horse. You've been doing that for years. I never believed you that it was actually like it's 1,000%. I thought you were making fun of him.
No,
that's 1,000% what he sounds like.
I'm not even kidding. That's why it's so funny. It's too funny, man.
Can we do?
You made my day. Not knowing Staryu was.
I had no idea. It's like if that was Mankey or Machop or anything where that goes like this.
Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee, like come on.
Super Smash Brothers, but no.
Okay, so let's answer some. I think it's this one. Let's answer some Star Wars.
You're totally
questions.
screwed. You are totally screwed, and I agree with Gwen so hard right now. You need to make that some sort of redeem sound.
But hey, or the Electabuzz.
I'll find a way to get that in there.
That's just
That'd
too
be
good.
so funny.
All toddlers are Mankeys. That makes sense.
Oh my gosh, can you trigger that sound when somebody challenges somebody else in the Pokemon game?
I'm sure that I could.
That'd be so funny.
Now we gotta.
As a redeem or what?
Well, no, like so when somebody challenges somebody else to battle,
I choose.
then it's like it does the or whatever.
Oh, got it.
Maybe? I don't know. I think that would keep.
That's cute.
I think a lot of it has music behind it. I'll have to find one that doesn't have music.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's
Otherwise, it's gonna be like.
Then you're good.
Just have Jeremy make the sound.
Exactly. Make challenge Electabuzz and accept the high.
Yeah, it'd be
Why do
great.
you guys insist on making my life hard?
Because
You're the one who
Chris-
made top tabs and reading
Guys,
all the lights.
We're going back about 4 years. Chris can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have gotten too used to me doing all this.
We haven't had to say that in so long.
Because we've just been mailing it in for the last 3.5 years.
Oh my goodness! You know how everybody has a buzzword. So like everybody's got a thing, right?
Well,
like,
you have an elected buzzword.
I don't know. Like say a common saying.
I don't know.
This isn't going to be impactful.
Tough today said the kitty when the nipple ran dry.
I love that one. Well, so Kara's
That's not a top saying.
I don't know.
So
it'd be something like "sucks to suck."
Kara has the world's biggest pet peeve with Bat Wheels. There is an episode.
Bat Wheels.
So think Cars meets Batman. It's on Netflix. It's a great show. Okay. And they did a throwback. And they brought Adam West on for an episode. I don't know who signed off on this production. If you guys want something funny, okay, go watch the episode. Pull it up. Just pull it up. Do any one of them. Kara's going to hear it.
Hey, where is everybody?
They went to the park to play freeze tag.
A freeze
Should have been back by now. Beastie,
That's Mo.
Can you contact the rest of the Bat Wheels?
Mobile operations, something or other.
Is this like a mix of like traditional and 3D animation?
I can't reach any of the Bat Wheels. Link to the park security cameras.
I think we need to go
forward a little bit so we're not getting copyright.
Okay, there we go. That was perfect.
Awesomely dynamic automobile.
That looks really good, actually.
Adam!
Whoa, so cool.
He used to be pretty amazing.
I've never seen anything like him.
And you never heard anything like him either.
So he just runs off a tape?
Just wait.
No, it's...
You gotta go, baby, go fast. Well,
that motherboard.
He's just gonna wake up and say it.
He's gonna wake up and say it?
I'm sure he will.
Hello? Anybody there? Adam? I don't think it...
What is this?
Greetings, citizen.
It worked!
Greetings, citizen.
Hello, I'm Bam.
Great Scott!
I know. Another Batmobile. It's a lot to take in.
I guess I was built after you were.
What is
Look,
this?
I could really use your help, Adam.
That's why we're here, old chum.
Old chum.
There it was.
Old freaking chum.
That's
Chris,
why we're here, old chum.
Dude, if you watch it, he says old chum every other word.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we can get them, old chum.
And Kara,
It's okay, old
he
chum.
said a lot of stuff like that back in the actual
No,
series.
literally in one scene, within like 20 seconds, he says old chum about 5 freaking times.
it's super funny and it just drives Kara nuts.
I tell you what, old chum, if we weren't such an old chum, we'd be in a really bad situation.
So
Okay.
one of my old bosses, this is a tangent.
I love that right there.
One of my old bosses, he always used to say, oh, he'd look out the window and he'd say, oh, there's a lot of bug smashers out there beating up a pattern.
A lot of bug smashers out there beating
Small
up the
planes.
pattern.
Prop planes ruining the, pattern for airplanes landing,
okay.
right? So I knew what I
Why
heard
are they
today.
bug smashers, though?
I don't know, because I don't know. It's
They just-
debate.
Fair enough.
I have no idea. It's just the saying. So anyways, there's a new person, and I heard the new buzzword he probably said about 15 times was checks in the mail. Checks in the mail. Yep. Don't quote me on this. Checks in the mail.
That is an old
I cannot tell you. I heard it checks in the mail as much as old chum.
Did it make you rage?
No, it didn't, because it's fine. It's endearing to the person who's saying it, so it's fine. But
apparently, this is something similar to that. My mom called me out for saying "fair enough." Right, and here's the thing: you can only agree with things so many different ways, right?
Yep.
It's like if I edit everything that says like, "I agree" or "that makes sense" or whatever, it's just like fair enough, move on, right? It's just a phrase that lets us continue the conversation. And it's like, if it's that big of a deal to you, maybe I'll just stop talking. But it's like, I don't like being attacked on like a common turn of phrase like that. That's literally just there to be like, continue. Or should I just say continue speaking? It's like,
okay, King.
Continue speaking.
Continue speaking.
Continue speaking.
Continue
Continue
speaking.
speaking.
Good enough for government work. GTR Dad, my biggest. GTR Dad, I could not love you anymore. It is what it is my Achilles. I can't stand it when people say that. Because it's, I don't know, it's such a dismissive, like something bad happens or whatever reason you're saying it, it is what it is. It's too dismissive where it drives me nuts. I can't believe he called it out.
I say it. It basically just means
Bared you.
Here's why I say it. I don't care, and I'm not going to help you change it. That's what I mean when I say it.
Bared you. It's whenever I do something, and that's probably one of the ones I use a lot.
All the time.
Look at Kara. She's like all the time. Yeah, I'm over here all the time.
No, you say I won't see it from my house.
I won't see it from my house. Isn't that the saying?
That's what you said.
You know?
You're the only person I've ever heard say that.
Shut up. Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Hello,
not
Xanth.
ideal. Cam.
Well, that's not ideal.
Cam, you have one. But I don't want to be mean to our viewers. It's not mean. I'm just saying it's something I noticed.
So I said good. So
living the dream.
Leo said good enough for government work. I worked at a union shop.
Yeah.
In Michigan, and I said good enough for union work, and people got pissed. They were so angry that I said, because there's the reputation that union workers don't work as hard, right? Completely unjustified.
Got it.
But they thought I was directly attacking them by saying that's good enough for union work. And it's I'm just saying we're done.
Gus knows his own. It is Indeed. Indeed's your word, Gus.
What's mine?
Gus? I don't know.
Yeah, as long as people are aware their blind spot.
I do say you're not wrong a lot. Indubitably.
There's just so many times when people just say stuff and who cares how you reply? You just want them to continue speaking.
I know.
Right? So it's fair enough. Someone's oh, I can't believe the taxes, blah, blah, blah. We might as well just get thrown in a moat and have all our money sucked out of our pockets. Yeah, fair enough. It's just keep complaining. I'm not going to argue against you, right? Just keep talking, right? Yeah. So it's it really ground my gears that I got called out. You're telling a story, and I just don't care to add anything at this point.
Yeah.
Continue to speak.
Yeah, you can say, quote Star Wars, move along.
Yeah.
Move along. All right.
That's fair and fair enough. Are interchangeable in my brain.
GTR Dad,
Jeremy has said that before. I think it was we were looking at cell phone cases and they said military grade or whatever, and Jeremy's that means it's actual dog water.
Military grade means that it costs 15 times as much and is made as cheaply as possible.
Right.
Exactly.
All right, you definitely had some stuff that you wanted to get through tonight too, Chris.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we did something Star Wars related, so people.
Darth Gallum left years ago.
All right, well,
just kidding.
Good riddance, I guess.
No, just kidding.
I think he's very busy working on his NASA project, actually.
Cool.
I'm sorry, but the pregnant thing at the top is anybody who's pregnant knows that is not a twin pregnant belly. That's all I'm saying.
You had a very specific article you wanted to show off.
Oh,
right?
Well, so there are a couple of things. So I wanted to talk about this Phantom Menace thing, which is I think topic 4.
Oh man, you just triggered me. You know what you reminded me of? So years ago, 2020, prior to 2020, we did a whole series of 2019, why all Star Warses are good, episodes 1 through 9. There's a video for each one, and then why they're terrible.
Well, 9 is the only one that actually just has a reaction video.
Oh, because
we finished the series right the week before it launched.
You're right.
Or whatever. So then we basically went from the theater down to here to record a reaction video to it.
So
that was the combo platter.
After 6 years, we triggered the heck out of somebody by saying
it's hilarious.
Episode 3 is terrible. They went off. First, they made a comment, and they're like, no, it is the best movie in the franchise. Then they followed it up with another comment that's 2 paragraphs. Then they followed it up with another comment that's 9 paragraphs.
You for real?
Seriously. They went off. Username, Natalie Portman fan. Seriously. They were triggered.
I need to see this.
Just go to most commented video.
Oh yeah, I guess, what is it? How do I get to I'm sure it's in the
latest comments right there.
Natalie Portman fan, yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Broke it up into multiple comments, huh? Oh no, there's Reed Moore's. Have they continued to comment how angry they are?
Yeah.
1 day ago.
Star Wars Revenge of the Sith is a masterpiece with the best storytelling, the most dramatic climax.
Jeremy has the most dramatic climax.
Oh my gosh.
So
somebody should comment and be like, hey girl, there's also the greatest.
I will go point by point and just say that it is not the best storytelling. It is not the most dramatic climax. It is the darkest movie, arguably.
Yeah.
It's not the most tragic. It's not the most spectacular. It is not the most complete. That's episode 5. That does not have the best characters remotely. It has one character that people really like and one person that people kind of tolerate. And it's the perfectly to George Lucas' original trilogies. I think that Andor.
So, but I mean, by that logic, right, of that comment, wouldn't the original trilogies the 3 wouldn't have been as good if the original trilogies didn't exist then.
Correct.
You know, so it's like it can't be the best if it's better because of something.
Yeah, I would argue that the episode 4 is the best because it's a complete story. It has all the characters. It's got a very dramatic climax. It's not dark, but the movie doesn't need to be dark.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be.
Right? Like, the special effects, granted, they've done a lot of reworking on it, right? But the special effects were beyond spectacular for 1977, right?
Yep.
So, and it was the beginning of the original trilogy. So, like, I just think across the board, Natalie Portman fan 1817 is more like Natalie Portman fan duty head. I don't know.
Somebody needs to comment to this dude and be like, hey.
Click to read more so it expands out. Click to read more on that one. Look at that.
Oh my gosh!
I told you.
See how fast I can read this. Revenge of the Sith is the best movie in the Star Wars saga. It offers a complete tragic arc for Anakin Skywalker, capturing his fall to the dark side with unmatched intensities. He sacrifices everything for power, love, and
like I'm
control over
listening to
destiny. The
side effects
political
of
and emotional
drugs.
stakes are far greater, and the film beautifully ties together the entire saga, connecting the rise of the Empire, the fall of the Jedi, and the creation of Darth Vader in a way that is profound depth of the original trilogy, reflecting George Lucas's deep personal vision of tragedy, ambition, and the loss of innocence, offering a masterful conclusion to the prequels and a seamless link to the original trilogy, drawing direct inspiration from the rise and fall of the Empire and the human history, as well as the timeless themes of Greek tragedy. The fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin on Mustafar is not just a battle between two Jedi; it's a heartbreaking culmination of their long and deep friendship. It is the end of an era and the final severing of their bond. Mustafar, the fiery desolate planet. I can't read it that fast anymore.
So I want to say this. This person rubbernecked on our thumbnail, and you know they did. They never watched our video.
Literally, within the first 50 seconds, we are making fun of ourselves for saying that this movie is bad.
Right. Because we think this is the best one of the prequels.
So they were scrolling by, and you know that went by, and then they had to I can hear the mouse wheel go. Hold on a second. They've been
What
waiting.
did I just read?
To see that thumbnail.
Slim
Hulk smash!
Well, the carpal tunnel was that comment.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness.
So, for what it's worth, I have read a lot of copy in my day.
Yeah.
A lot of copy.
So do you remember?
So being able to just sight read, blast stuff out is something that I've done a lot of.
Rooster Sith gave you 500 bits for that to commend you for it.
So
B, that
I'm sweating from reading
when
that.
When that comment dropped, I called Chris and read him part of it. I had a hard time.
Reading like 20 comments.
I had a hard time pronouncing it. It was that involved of a read, so I know where it's at. I probably can't even read it right now, and we won't. But there it is. You can go find that movie on YouTube or that video clip on YouTube, and then read the comments yourself. It's not. That person just went off. I'm sweating from reading that.
I literally, because it's hard. It's hard. But
then scroll down to the very first one, so you can see what led him there. Right there.
Well, he's replying to other people too. Look at all this.
Goodness!
Look at all this. He's replying.
Hey, any engagement is good engagement. Am I right?
That's true.
He replied to somebody 3 years ago, 1 day ago. Not canon. The movies are. Somebody wrote. Go down. I want to see that.
Okay.
Not canon. The 6 original Star Wars movies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are for.
So it's funny. He doesn't want someone crapping on the original trilogy, but he will not defend the sequel trilogy.
Funny. But his very
replies to that person.
Oh my God. And, well, Demi Rocket Police. Demir Ocker was.
Dude, because of this
What
guy,
is
we're going to
going
go
on with
viral.
this video?
We're going to go viral because of this guy.
What a username. See, I had no problem with that. I could really see 3PO and Chewbacca hanging out with Yoda. These ones are so dumb. It's the residency. Baby Han Solo hanging out with Baby
stepping on Baby Jabba's tail.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
That's
I love
very
that.
funny. Wow,
I had no idea this was going on right under my nose. 2 weeks
I remember this one. We obviously liked this one. As you see, I went through and I liked a lot of these comments just because I was just like, I think it's funny.
Unbelievable. Anyways, the original comment
they obviously did not watch a second
No.
of the video is the thing. Like if just so people can see after we get out of the intro.
Woo, look at that old one.
It's time to look at the terrible things.
Such
about
dark
Star Wars
hair.
Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
It had to come.
It had to happen.
So, I mean, we can't do the series without doing this video.
We get a copyright claim for
It was
this?
hard to come up with some terrible things, but there's some terrible things. It's right there. It's hard to come up with 30 seconds in. It's hard to come up with terrible things, but there's some terrible things to be said.
And that's with an intro?
Let's hop in.
With the intro.
Right.
So, because we had to be a little bit nitpickier, we can't really break it down into the nice big categories like we had before. We've got a couple of things we're going to talk about, and then
Look how much more hair I had.
Like, here's the.
Look at how short my hair was.
It was filled in right here.
Jerks. Anyway, so yeah, this is like it's like we're making the last 5 seconds. Let's listen to this.
Then
Oh, thank you, GTR Dad.
Like, here's the everything else we're just going to nitpick on because we're jerks.
We're just gonna pick it on, like we're clearly setting up that like this is not real.
Yep.
Right. If we would have taken less than a minute to engage with it. Anyway.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
You're so nice.
People are split on my hair. Dark hair is a winner.
Split
my hair is
fiction.
better now. This was pre-Chip?
By 3 years.
Oh, dude, was this
by a
was 6
year.
years ago?
2019, right? Or was it?
Yeah, Chip was he born in 2020?
Yeah.
December of 2020.
This is one of the earliest things we did. This is like September of 2019.
Oh, okay.
I've been wanting to go back to my natural hair color, which is the grow out here, wherever my part is. The curliness kind of messes.
He had a hairline. It was a W at best. The ultra widow's peak. You put the W in the widow's peak.
That's right. All right, we got to draw for a giveaway, find the winner, and wrap this up because it's already 8:35. Unbelievably, there was a lot. Tonight I could keep going for another hour.
Oh heck yeah!
Chris, save your tab. Your tabs still exist. You don't have to redo them for next week.
We literally did the first 2 and then nothing. I guess the first 2 and then this, I guess, is what we did.
Gus thinks you have a lot more volume now.
Yes, the curls or the wave, whatever you want to call it. People get spicy if you say you got curly hair when it's not curly enough for them. Just saying.
GTR Dad says, I want to win.
Like there's some like loose curls and then I don't know.
I'm a Wario. I'm gonna win.
Yes! I'm sorry, GTR
Whenever I hear that,
Wait,
that's literally what I think.
GTR Dad's still in this. He's Moltres. Oh no.
Reprinted's going down.
He needs to
GTR Dad,
go fly and get a potion.
Who's getting? Oh,
no.
Who's
Double back.
getting
I
one.
mean, I don't.
Fly, GTR Dad, fly!
What's gonna happen?
Fly! Oh my goodness! Oh
This
my
is insane.
goodness!
Dragonite Moltres.
That would be an amazing matchup.
Watch a potion fall between them. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
They're exchanging
One
blows
crit.
very equally.
Oh, GTR
Why would he turn around? He's clearly a bird brain.
Oh no! What? Oh my gosh! What is happening?
Oh my goodness! The potion. Oh, the GTR got it. Unbelievable!
That was great! That was great!
I'm gonna win.
I love that. That might have been the best fight to date.
That was unbelievable.
What a way to wrap up this episode.
Unbelievable.
Cam, that was a very nice thing to say. Thank you.
Ultra hype.
That was epic.
Well,
it was epic.
I guess, guys, we're gonna go back. I remember when this happened. Was it RJ? He said he won, or he was gonna win, and he won. And he did that a couple times, I think.
Now
and GTR Dad says he wants to win, and then he wins. So. Yeah, RJ, yep, you confirmed. That was like 2 years ago?
That was awesome.
That was
There's a lot of drama in there.
Could you imagine what Natalie Portman's fan thinks of that?
Probably the same thing as the guy who thinks we're immature for talking about butt flaps.
RJ's fight was the best one. You guys don't know anything. That fight was terrible.
Yeah, what was it next week we talked about having Steve on?
Yeah, whatever dates you said, we're bad
June 14th,
at planning,
I think
so
it was.
whatever
I
you
think
want
you
to
said.
do was fine.
We're bad at a lot of stuff.
We are bad at a lot of stuff. But what we're really good at is apologizing to those of you listening to the audio-only version of the podcast. Once again, we provided absolutely nothing of value to you, but you can always make it better by joining us live every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central at twitch.tv/Rise the Podcast, or by watching us at your pace at youtube.com/Rise the Podcast. Leave some comments and argue with Natalie Portman fan 1871 or whatever his name is, and drive our engagement
But be
numbers
nice.
up.
Be nice.
Don't be a jerk. Just be correct. If you are on YouTube, don't forget to comment and like the video to keep the conversation going. This has been a super everything went by way too fast, but it was amazing having everybody on and talking to you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course,
may the force be with you.